over here. We're almost done already. I like this game. I'm having fun. This is a good way to kill like a month. 4 streams over the course of a month. Good time. We love to see it. Let me just pop that here on twitter.com. I guess we can play the music, because what the fuck is this island called again? I don't remember. Rhea Island. Okay. It has really good music, and I quite like it. So, it makes me happy. And then just Discord. Got my coffee, got my water, got Sonic on the literal fucking brink of death. My poor man. Hang on, I need to move my TV a little bit. It's on a swivel arm, so it's not always angled exactly how I want it to be. I love this game. That's such dramatic music. Okay. I love the fact that there's such a gorgeous light glow around Sonic. Also, I love quick resume. I just want to note, because, like, you know, I'm pretty busy. I haven't played my Xbox, like, since last week's stream. And, it just auto resumes. Exactly from where I am, you know. It's perfect. I love it. It's such a good feature. Oof. That was a sneeze and a half. That actually kind of hurt my chest a little bit. We'll wait for people to jump in real quick, and then we're gonna get rolling. Probably by, like, 46. I want to, like, start conquering the towers. Did my tweet, like, just not post? Okay, there it goes. Gotta love it. And Discord... Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, let's get going. This game's soundtrack is good as fuck. And I love this whole island. I know people don't love it, right? And that's fair, because there's no exploration, really. And it could have just been a section of Kronos Island, because it, like, in a literal sense is, like, we're on Kronos Island again. It's the same location. Like, you can see it in the background. But man, oh man, this platforming is really solid. And what can I say? I love good platforming in this game. It controls so well. Bad example, bad example. Ah, okay. Oof. But it does. It controls really well. It's very satisfying. It's a good time. It's just a good, solid Sonic the Hedgehog platforming mechanics. And I like it. I love to see it. And there's multiple paths up these towers. At least for this one there are. And I think that's pretty neat. I think by the end there's only the one path. This is the last quarter of the game. Why is it still tutorializing basic mechanics? Ah! I don't think you can turn that off either. Maybe you can, but I don't feel like checking. I don't feel like finding out. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It's fine. But it's very tense. It's very good, atmospheric, high-tension platforming. And, like, it also is really generous with, like, basically checkpoints, because it drops, like, grapple points that you can homing attack onto that'll just lift you the whole way back out. Like these things. It puts those everywhere. So it's pretty hard to, like, completely screw yourself up in this section. Like, in this entire island. Okay, this is automated. I didn't realize that. I thought it was going to boost off to the abyss. Ugh. From a story perspective, this chunk of the game is also pretty cool. I almost just ran off without, like, interacting with it, which is not good. That is the entire thing that we are trying to do. Is just interact with that one object in the environment. Because we got to climb these big Sheikah towers, and, yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, this is also where they set up the ever-controversial, Chaos Emeralds are alien artifacts thing, which I don't get why people hate quite so much. It's just, I think it's fine. like, I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts, but it doesn't really bother me. But this whole island, like, obviously I was structuring these streams, like, island by island. For this one, it's like, yeah, I can just lump them together. It's one island. This and the final island in my eyes, because it's all one. Yeah, they're different locations, you know, from a fast travel perspective and stuff. Fuck. Oops. Yeah. I probably shouldn't boost on parts of these, but you know, I'm good at the game. I'll boost. I don't give a shit. Except for this part, because now I'm anxious, and now I don't want to boost through it. But like that, see? That dropped. So now if we fuck up and fall again, it won't make us redo the entire platforming section. Even if it did, I don't think it would be that punishing, because these aren't that long. Wow, the homing attack, like, just didn't want to lock on there. That was bad. How did I lose my infinite boost? I must have lost it during the cutscene. It would not let me jump while boosting, so that was interesting. I don't know, I love this. I like the platforming controls in Frontiers a great deal. So any excuse to, like, really get to flex them, I'm into. Because I just think the game controls super, super well. Like, this is a Sonic that's actually capable of some relatively precise platforming without it feeling super awkward. Like, yeah, almost all the Sonic games have their fair share of, like, decent platforming. But, like, a lot of times it doesn't feel great. I never feel completely at ease. Whatever. Platforming in, like, say, Unleashed, right? Or especially, like, Forces, where it controls like shit. This game's mechanics just lend themselves very well to this style of movement. Also, I'm not looking forward to the final boss. I've only played through it once. I don't know what's going to happen when we get to it. I like coffee a lot. That was vaguely Dark Gaia-esque. Well, not Dark Gaia-esque, but like the big cannon Eggman uses to awaken Dark Gaia-esque. Anyway, I would have survived that. I would have parried it. Pretty easy. Pretty casual. People are just weak. Weak, 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 weak. Unlike me. I would just... So it's Sonic in this game. You just gotta hit him with some of this. Easy peasy. Got him. Oh man, my man's fucked up. Me in the morning after I have my 2 a.m. Sheets nachos.
Your cyber corruption is accelerating. How can you smile when you can barely stand?
You want to talk about ludonarrative dissonance? My man Sonic is limping, staggering, barely remotely alive. Like, look at him. He is perishing right now. But then it comes to the gameplay and it's like, yo, who gives a shit? Yee! Doesn't matter. Sonic's fine. And bear in mind, I'm not complaining. Obviously, I would not want to play this as a Sonic who is, like, not fucking coherent and, like, borderline dead. I thought about upgrading, like, rings and speed off screen. You know, just for the sake of it, because, you know, we can do that, you know, between streams. But then I just was like, you know, what if I just don't? Because honestly, I think the ring upgrade's completely useless outside of, like, the supersonic fights. And the actual, like, speed doesn't feel that different to me. It is. He does get faster. Oof. But I just never thought it felt bad, like, to begin with. I think my issue with that is that Sonic already feels... Okay. Sonic already feels pretty damn near perfect to control in this game to me. Like, I really adore the way he moves here, right? So, upgrading his speed, it's cool, and it does make it feel more fun as it goes, but it's not like a necessity. Like, it's not like he's so slow that the game is agonizing to begin with or anything. Unless you're playing on, like, action style in the options menu, but, like, don't do that. Like, you can tweak so... What the fuck, Sonic? He did not react how I expected to the terrain. I thought he would just run off the side, not latch onto the side of it like fucking Spider-Man. There we go. That's better. That's... Yeah. Oh, I didn't get that power berry. I do want to level Sonic's running speed up. Or not his running speed, his attack power up. I like that. I like having a very strong Sonic in the late game. Because some of the enemies on the final island are fucking irritating. But we're, what, level 33? Like, we'll be fine. As far as having, like, a leveled up and... Jesus Christ. But since Sonic took such a fall, you don't lose rings until you hit the ground. So, you know, we landed on the grind rail. We didn't lose any rings. Pretty cool. Anyway, Sonic won't be, like, complete... Oh, my fucking God. Are you kidding me? Stop! We won't have the most powerful combat mechanics for the last stretch of the game, but it won't be, like, weak either. Like, it'll be adequate, I would say. I don't even understand why I keep running into... I think this happened to me in my, like, casual playthrough, too. Or I mean, this is a very casual playthrough because I'm not even doing 100%. Let's just stop at the laser. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Better. No, Sonic. Don't jump into the laser this time. Well, that was kind of cool. It was not intentional, but whatever. I sort of clipped up. It's like the only time where I kind of appreciate the Lightspeed dash being delayed. Like, you have this, like, little pause in the air that you can double jump out of. And I hate it, but at the same time, like, it is kind of cool. And I just like the Lightspeed dash, like, in a very general sense. Like, that felt really good to do. Right? So I like the Lightspeed dash in general in this game. I still love the way it's mapped. And I'm just glad it's a standard move again, because I fucking love the Lightspeed dash. I think it's super cool. Just one of the most entertaining mechanics in the Sonic games. I love Lightspeed dash. Very, 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 very much. People really did not like the aliens aspect to the game's plot. Like the ancients, you know, running the Chaos Emeralds and all of that. I still thought it was pretty cool. I don't know. I was a fan of it. Like, I don't really give a shit where the Chaos Emeralds come from. But there's nothing to say they aren't still from Sonic's world originally. They get dragged here by the Master Emerald. So the Master Emerald exists. See, there it is. Like, the Master Emerald inexplicably exists and draws in the Chaos Emerald. So to me, that kind of implies there's something relating to Earth, Mobius, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I guess Earth, because it's using the Japanese Sonic canon. I don't know. To me, there's nothing about it that's, like, contradicting existing lore or whatever people said. And as far as it, like, removing the mystique of the emeralds, I don't know, does it? We don't know shit about the ancients other than, like, oh, they died. Let's charge up a little bit of a drop dash. Fast. Yeah, it is. It's fast and fun. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get why everyone, like, hated this island so much. I thought it was really fun. It's just, like, more platforming. And this game has really good platforming mechanics, so I'm a fan of that. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you, eyeball guy. Got him. Like, honestly, what I want out of a sequel to Frontiers is more of this kind of platforming. I want just open world platforming segments. They're fun. They feel really good. Like, this is some of the most mechanically sound three-dimensional Sonic gameplay ever. This guy is also the only place in the game that enemy, we'll see him later, so I'm not worried about doing it now. But he's the only enemy, or the only instance in the game, period, where you get to hear the drowning music. There is water in Sonic Frontiers. It's never, like, important, but it's there. I'm sorry, this is good. This is just good gameplay. This flows so well. How do people not like this island? These tower climbing sections are such a good mix of platforming and combat and speed. No, this is great. This is like everything I like about Sonic Frontiers encapsulated into one set piece. I guess one set of set pieces, maybe. Because, you know, there's a bunch of towers. We got, like, 2 more to do after this. Like, it's not a super short segment of the game. It's the shortest island by a huge margin, though, because it's only, like, you know, 20, 30 minutes long, maybe? Like, I don't know. It's not lengthy. Because I've been going for, what, like 15 minutes? And we're like halfway through it. It's not a long part of the game by any stretch. Has some great Sonic Eggman interaction. Like, it's good stuff. This is just solid. I'm delighted that Frontiers is selling like 8 trillion copies. That makes me very happy as well. Because I want more of this. I want the skill points too. But I want more of this. This is just good. And this island is like, gameplay-wise, it's probably my favorite part of the game. It's just like straightforward fun from start to finish. But again, like, I get why people don't love it. The last 2 islands get a lot of shit. I think the 3rd island's the weakest. Chaos Island kind of blows. But even then, I had a lot of fun this playthrough. I think it only sucks if you're going for 100% completion. So yeah, these guys are totally tied to Chaos. And then the model, like, obviously, you can't see here because it's all sepia tone. And they never show them, like, in full color in the game. But I guess they're all blue. Like, they look exactly like Chaos. They are definitely in some way tied to Chaos. And I think that's pretty cool. I don't know why the cutscenes run at, like, a shitty frame rate, though. Like, what the hell is this? This game runs at 60. Why is this running at, like, 15? This is sub 30 frame rates. Why? Like, what the hell is that about? But it's fine. It is A-okay, fam. Psh, been there, done that. I'd be fine. I'd survive this.
I believe I have come to understand you.
Yo, what's up, Mason?
Us will do
We finishing Frontiers tonight. I bet you anything the final boss takes me like an hour. I fucking suck at that shit.
It is what I calculated. Farewell, hero.
God, I love this game story. It's so good. It's so good. I know people say it's so fan wanky, but it's not. It's really good. Are you doing the hard mode, boss? Sure are. I had to double check that we were on hard mode. You can switch to hard mode at the final boss if you really want to. But yeah, we're doing the hard mode boss. Because why not? It's the canon ending. I want the final boss fight. Where's the next tower? I don't know. There it is. I just like missed it somehow. How do I get up there? I think I missed a segue because they like link you from tower to tower, and I think I just missed that. Just connecting set piece. But it's fine. We can get out of here. We can probably run up one of these walls somewhere. No? Okay. Oh, over there. Okay, there's our exit. Cool. The end. Yeah, the end is a stupid-ass fight. It's just like, yo, you like Ikaruga? And I'm like, it's alright. I don't like space shooters very much. I'm not good at shmups. Like, I bet. But no, I'm into it. It's a pretty fun final boss fight. Toho-ass fight for no reason. I thought it was kind of okay. I don't know. What do you think of this island? Because people do not like this island. Or the last island, for that matter, which I thought were both fun. This island, I think, is super fun because it's just platforming. And it's, like, really good platforming. Like, the level design here is super solid. Yeah, this island's good. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. Because Sonic controls really well, and I just like the act of playing as this character in this game. So yeah, give me islands like this. I hope, because it's very clear, like, we're getting more of this. In the next Sonic game, we're getting more of this. This game did well. This is the blueprint for 3D Sonic for going forward. And I, for one, am fine with that. I don't like the wall jump. It feels like shit in this game, but that's okay. Let's hang out in here for a second. I just want to hear the drowning music. Just give it a sec. God, Sonic's taking a long-ass time to drown. Come on, Sonic. There it goes. That's the only way to hear the drowning music in the game, is to let that specific enemy hold you for, like, fucking ever. You didn't know how to parry properly. How do you not know how to parry properly by the last island? I mean, granted, I guess it's not, like, a particularly important mechanic, all things considered. This is so good. Oh, I hit A instead of X because I'm foolish. You told me it's not time-based, but you didn't listen to the game. Well, I mean, even if you want it to be time-based, it, like, can't be. It, like, doesn't work if you try and time it. You'll just get hit, yeah. No, you have to just hold it and wait for something to happen. Which isn't, you know, like, the most involved good game design, but it, like, functions. Parry move more like the... Yeah, parry more like parry the platypus. You're not wrong, except for the part where you're wrong. Eggman... Dr. Eggman Evil Incorporated. This island's good as fuck. Everyone hates it. Dave Ace real? No, that's Dave Ace false. Dave Ace fake. He's an illusion I created as a prank. He's a robot. He, like, robs banks and does other petty crimes. This is such a good island. I have the Phantom Ruby. Yeah, man. The I in Ian stands for infinite. Man, what the fuck ever happened to the Phantom Ruby? They never addressed that shit. They could have. They just didn't. They didn't fucking care. Ian's an acronym for infinite. I don't know. Come up with the other letters yourself. It's a whole little thing. It's a whole little adventure for you guys. Dude, if I had the Chaos Emeralds, I wouldn't do shit. They'd be boring. I think it was just an encyclopedia that got consumed with Infinite. Okay. I have Encyclopedia, but I'll be honest. I read it once for like 5 minutes and was like, this is pretty cool. I don't know where it went. It's in storage. But I do own a copy of it. Like, I got it for free, so I have it. Big drop dash. Fast drop dash. Watch drop dash. Big. Boom. Phew. Fast. Boom. Yay. Okay. Underwhelming drop dash. Technically, because of what happened in this game, Infinite could come back. I want Infinite to come back. I thought Infinite was cool. I still don't hate Sonic Forces. And this game made me like... I'm starting to dislike it over time, but then this game came out, and it's like... one of my favorite games in the franchise, bar none. I adore this game. And it's like, everything I didn't like about Forces, this game does correctly. So it's like... it's all... yeah, Sonic, no, you fucking idiot. What the fuck are you doing? Oh. That was on purpose. I promise. But, like, this game made me like Forces a little bit better. Because I was starting to not like Forces. But I never hated it. I was always just like, eh. It's like, it's not good, but, you know, it's a Sonic game. It's fine. But then this game was like, yeah. Now I can just enjoy Forces as the 2-hour-long distraction that it is. I'm pretty good at the game. I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at Sonic Frontiers. Yeah. I'm pretty talented gamer. I think Kishimoto said we probably have a chance to see Infinite again. I liked Infinite. He was cool. Like, bring Infinite back. He was a neat villain. I don't know. Like, why? Like, he was an... Oh, my fucking god, I hate Sonic Frontiers. This game sucks. Sonic Forces was better. What the fuck, Sonic? Stop standing on the dash pad. He just didn't give a shit. He was like, fuck your game mechanics. Sonic, stop! Ah! I just... This... I'm trying to do it not as intended because I don't like the wall running mechanics very much. Anyway. Infinite's a good villain. I think they should use him again. There we go. Wait, why won't I... I hate the fact that you can't boost more than once in one, like, mid-air action sequence, I guess you could say. It's infuriating. It's something I want to talk about when I inevitably review this game, but I'm kind of waiting to see if they fix that with a patch. But, like, you can only do one boost in an aerial sequence. So, say you boost into a homing attack chain, right? I like the wall run when it's doing shit like this. When you have to go, like, at a sideways angle, like in Sonic Lost World, it doesn't work very well. Whenever it's, like, vertical and, like, shifting lanes left and right, it's really good. Anyway, what the fuck? How did I do that? Whatever. Okay. Oh, I like this part, so it's fine. Really hope they fix that. Yeah, no, the way that air boosting works in this game really pisses me off, though, because this game's sense of flow is so solid, but then it's ruined by that. And I do mean ruined. I think it screws up, like, I think it makes the cyberspace stages notably worse. Like, several of my falls here wouldn't have happened if that wasn't how air boosting worked. It's a very small thing that most people wouldn't notice. But if it's a game you're going to replay, like, I think this is one I'll replay pretty often. This is a very good replayable little collectathon. I don't know. I would change that. And it's especially weird because, like, the other Sonic games don't do that. Amy better play well, I swear. I hope Amy plays like Sonic 06 Amy, where she can turn invisible and has a hammer with a very small hitbox and a double jump that cancels all of her mid-air momentum, and then you fall down. I feel like it's definitely more noticeable in cyberspace since they aren't designed for these physics. Yeah, no, the cyberspace levels are rough, like, in every category control-wise, but I think there where the air boost issues really come into play. This shit's so goofy. I love it. Like, look at this shit. They're like, hell yeah, we're just making an Evangelion-ass Sonic game. I need to play through 06 on stream again soon. That's like a yearly tradition, right? Sonic 06 stream, where I, like, beat Sonic's story, and it's pretty fun. I should do that. I haven't powered up my 360 in a while. I hope it hasn't red ringed yet. Because, like, that's an inevitability, right? I should really, like, back up my 360's hard drive at some point, because it's a matter of time before I need to replace that console. Well, I guess I could just transfer the hard drive and it'll be fine, right? Yeah, I'll be fine. It'd be okay. I'd make it work. Play the DLC. Like the 06 DLC? Yeah, I could do that as a stream. I don't like it very much. I like some of it. The super hard mode levels of Sonic are really good. That was one of my favorite LyingTuna episodes. I love the video I did about the Sonic 06 DLC. It was good as fuck. I bought Unleashed DLC. Because I could play that on this console, because I'm playing this on Series X. So I could play it at 60 FPS, and it would work pretty fucking well. However, then I'd have to play Sonic Unleashed. The older I get, the less I like Sonic Unleashed, so... Ooh, controversial take! Sonic dissociating the same way I do just every day. This is me. In the red void. Staring blankly, that's just me. Sonic is me. All the time. I'm so happy I got this little ring light for my streams. My webcam looks so good. And that's like a stupid thing to say, but it does. And it was $3 at Walmart. You can get one. They have them in stock right now. I love it. All my jeans are in the wash, so I'm wearing pajama pants while I stream. And you know what? It's comfy. I should always wear pajamas when I'm streaming. It's not like you guys can see. This is great. I'm so comfortable.
He took on so much cyber energy. It corrupted him.
Yeah, thanks, Tails. I understand what that means.
He's stuck between realities.
Eggman's delightful in this game. He's so pleasant. He's so fucking funny. I love Mike Pollock, and this might be his best Eggman performance.
Back into cyberspace immediately.
I just got out. That was the whole point.
I ran millions of simulations. The only way I can keep you alive is if you're not here when it gets out.
When what gets out?
God, the character animations in some of the cutscenes are so good, and then it's counterbalanced by how terrible the character animations are in other cutscenes. It's such a weird mixed bag.
Since time immemorial, I have languished.
I will say, the End is one of the dumbest fucking Sonic villains. She's just like, yo, it's me, I'm the End, I'm the villain. How's it going? I'm bad. Bye. And like, I'm like, okay, the End. Thank you for being a giant evil moon.
No, you don't.
I appreciate it.
Mobilize the egg fleet.
Really love Flynn's Eggman. He feels so much more like a character. I think Ian Flynn is like the best thing that could have happened to the Sonic games.
It triumphed over the
Because like,
odds.
I never cared when the Sonic games had shitty stories. Didn't bother me. Sonic Lost World, story didn't bother me. Sonic Forces, story didn't bother me. I didn't really give a shit. I wasn't there for the plot. However,
Give up now.
this game having a good story adds so much to it for me.
Bring him back.
It's something that I don't miss if it's not there, but I really appreciate when it is.
Whatever it takes.
Like, that's more or less my stance. So consider me delighted. Also, I don't understand this. They're like, let's commit group suicide to save our friend. It's like, oh, Jesus. Why don't my friends do this for me?
I want you to see the hero I became.
So shocked when you heard Flynn was writing for it. Had to double take, make sure it wasn't fake news. Oh, same. I didn't believe it. I deadass thought I did not buy it for a second at first. Not complaining. Obviously, I was delighted about it. I think making it a big fucking moment like this with the music swelling and stuff doesn't really work though, because Sonic was only like sort of cyber ghost for like 45 seconds.
Oh, good. He's back.
This is
It was
our
immediate.
chance. I
Just
never
bam.
simulated
He's
a scenario
I love this cutscene though. This cutscene's
until you
fantastic.
authorized it.
I still don't want to.
Please.
It's so good. This is so fucking good. It's so good. I love this cutscene so much.
Sonic, I hereby induct you into the Eggman Empire in order to save us all. Understand? This is not an alliance.
If that's how you want to spin it, Dr. Ego Man.
Oh man, this is literally perfect character interaction. I adore this cutscene. That might be my favorite like story beat in the game.
Wow.
And Sonic's everything in it is just perfect. So good. Kind of hoping they light to place the other characters sort of similar to the end of the world from 06. That's what I thought they were gonna do. To be perfectly honest, that's what I assumed we were gonna get. And then they didn't. That's what I'm wondering if the DLC is gonna be. If it'll be something they sort of retrofit that into. Anyway, I like this final island a lot. I know people don't like it. I don't really get why. I thought it was really well designed and very fun. Like, this is one of the more entertaining islands, I think. Only thing is that the memory token quota is super high in it. Which is not great. But, you know. Big's fishing minigame is really easy to find here, if I recall correctly. And, oh boy, is it easy to exploit. Like, oh man, do they give you so many goddamn tokens for everything you catch. It is nutty. Like, actually properly insane. But I love this last chunk of the game. Like, I love it so much. And I do want to get Sonic's combat leveled up a little bit more. This can be memory tokens. It's a dash panel. Ugh. It's always disappointing whenever you get a dash panel when you're hoping for like a pool of memory tokens. It's like the worst feeling in the world. And we do end up needing a lot of memory tokens in this island. Like, we need a fuck ton of them. At least I think we do. It's been a hot minute since I played this chunk of the game. Is this big? I want to find big. No, it's just a normal fucking portal. Ugh. Let's go fight the dogs. Because everyone hates the dogs. It's very challenging. So you gotta hold the LB and RB button. And then you gotta hold the LB and RB button. Then you gotta hold the LB and RB button. Then you gotta hold LB and RB. Then you gotta hold LB and RB. And then you gotta hold LB and RB. And then you gotta press X. Yeah. I know, it's tough. It's really hard. People all hate those dogs. I'm sorry. I know they disrupt the flow of the platforming a tiny bit. Nope, that Sonic, you didn't need to do that. It was unnecessary. I think people were just hoping to see more environments rather than a rehash of Island 1, but it didn't bother me. Just know the future Sonic gonna pop off with the environments. Oh, for sure. They're gonna go absolutely ham with the next Sonic game. I am like thoroughly convinced of that because this game sold stupid well. This is gonna be one of the best selling games in the franchise, easy. And granted, it had an easy advantage with the fact that the movie's a thing, so everyone is into Sonic. I mean, I will tell you, as someone with, you know, daily interaction in the gaming retail space, given my job, people actively care about Sonic again because of the movies, and it is because of the movies. I always ask people, picking up Sonic Mania, huh? Any particular reason? And it's, oh, the movies got me real back into it. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds right. Sonic, can you please just not jump over the spring? You fucking asshole. They're pretty loose with what they'll allow to be considered a figure eight. Oh yeah, no, I'm thrilled that Sega said they want to give more of a budget to Sonic games. It's needed, I think. This is the first time a Sonic game's felt AAA in forever, and it's still a little jank. Like, it's still got that you know, that Sonic the Hedgehog, like, it's a 3D Sonic game. It's not completely put together right feeling, which I think is charming, but, like, it's not a good thing. But I think it's the least it's been. I mean, I'll actually say, I think Lost World felt very well put together for what it is. It's just that I'm the only person alive who likes Sonic Lost World. But, like, prior to this, I'd say the last one to really feel like a AAA game was Unleashed, you know? It most certainly knew they said they were running out of budget near the end of developing the game, which is why it's got that jank for the most part. Yeah, no, I mean, it does feel a little bit unfinished. I don't know. I'm just kind of okay with that. I think part of me just associates jank with 3D Sonic. And while that's certainly not a good thing, it's something I'm, like, so used to at this point that it just doesn't faze me. When I was going for the achievements, I had to, like, seek this guy out because I didn't know what the fuck he was. All the other Guardians you just encounter. Not this one. This one you gotta seek out. You gotta look for Ghost. I like Ghost a lot, though. I understand why they made him an optional encounter. Because otherwise he'd be pretty fucking annoying. But it's a fun fight. I like Ghost. He's stressful. You lose your rings constantly. It's super good. And it makes really fun use of the side loop. Like, I like... Oh, you don't like Ghost. I like him. I think he's fun. He's like a whole mini challenge in himself. I think he's super entertaining. But I missed him on my first playthrough. I didn't know what I was looking for. I knew I missed something. I didn't know what. It does kind of suck that it's pretty easy to, like, just die on this, though. Like, if you don't go into it with enough rings, you can just fail it. But I went in with, like, max rings, so it's fine. Oh, fuck. Am I gonna fall because I was, like, mid-jump? No, okay. I thought that was just gonna kill me, basically. Well, not kill me, but make it so I couldn't get to the thing. Music bopping though. I mean, that's every song in this entire goddamn game. Frontiers is one of the best Sonic soundtracks. I feel pretty confident about saying that. And I don't know, I thought Ghost was a fun fight. I think if he was required, if he was like Squid, where he just pops up, or if he was like Tank, like if he was something that was like you couldn't really avoid him, because he spawns and then he starts stealing your rings, because the other Guardians you can just kind of run away from. But there's some where you really can't. This one you wouldn't be able to. Top 3 AOST. Yeah, no, I agree with that. This game's soundtrack is fucking sick. Okay, well, that's not happening. Sorry, Sonic. Oh, sorry, Sonic. You didn't... It's okay to be dead sometimes. Sonic can run on some walls while climb by... Yeah, that's not helpful, game. I guess I can go, like, do a level. This island I kind of wish I maxed out speed for, but I'm not spending 2 hours doing that. It takes forever. Oh, cool, we got the lightning thing back. Yay. Boost.
That thing is huge. It looks important.
Thanks for the anecdote, Sonic. I didn't really ask. Nobody fucking asked. But thank you, Sonic. Where's the cyberspace level I'm looking for? Did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, I went the wrong way, but that's okay. Really wish I made it easier to trigger those lines. Yeah! I didn't hear like half of them. Where the fuck is it? Oh, there it is. Did I miss it? I missed it, okay. Sometimes it's like, I hate this one, because I don't know where the fuck it's going. And like, you can look at the wave pattern on the ground and it sort of tells you where it's falling, but it's still... Damn it. I suck at this one. Sometimes it'll fall like right on your head though, and it's not so bad. Yay, got it. Yay. Talented gaming. No, the falling ball one I think is a fucking bit sometimes. It's really obvious when it's going to be a dash panel sometimes, but that's okay. At least this island's challenges tend to be 3D. There are still 2D ones, but a lot of them are 3D, which I just think is an improvement over Chaos Island for no other reason than like it makes it really easy to avoid them if you're not looking to do a stupid little challenge thing. Which, you know, is me very often. I don't always want to stop what I'm doing and dick around with like random platforms. I mean, usually I'm down because it's fun. Oof. Why am I doing the combat when I can just do this? Just lock onto someone. Yeah. This does just shatter the game in half. It's the most broken mechanic, especially if you like level them up. Like, I'm just making it a rule to not do this during the Titan fights, because you totally can. So I went for a ring to show where it's dropping rather than a blue orb. Yeah, right? No, it's a terrible little challenge. I don't enjoy it. I kind of wish it didn't have a little blinking indicator at the bottom of the screen whenever you have a power-up available. Like an upgrade available, I guess is the better term for it, because power-up sounds like I'm talking about a fucking Super Mario World thing. But I want to go back to the beginning of the world so I can get the, through the level. Where's that cyberspace level I'm looking for? I want to do a cyberspace level. It's very rare you'll hear me say that, blah. Some of the ones in this world are actually quite good, though. Because they're actually, like, originally designed, and they don't feel terrible. Some of them still do. But there's some really fun ones in, the last island. Could just turn off the skill point counter. You can do that? What? No, you can't. What? What? That's a thing. What? Oh, what the hell? Huh? Okay, well, cool. I'm glad that's done then. Fuck that. It was annoying. I'm gonna spend so much of this stream fishing. I swear to God. Oh no, my flavor capsule's running off. Could turn off everything. Yeah, but then I would suck at it. I'm not good at doing that. Plus, I like the speedometer in particular. I think it's fun. It's basically completely useless. Nah, not basically. It is completely useless. It serves no function, but I think it's cool having it, so I'd leave the speedometer on. I mean, if I still cared about leveling up, I would, you know, use it, but I don't want auto combo. The only thing I'm gonna want is recovery smash, and we're nowhere near ready for it, so it's like speedometer is very fun to have. It is. It's just like a cool novelty. It's immersive because you're like, yeah, I'm fast. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Chili dog, and it's cool. No, that's a Chaos Emerald. I'm not ready for that yet. Yeah, I didn't want to find that. I need like a shitload of vault keys still, I think. Oh no, I need 2. Okay, well. Yeah, no, that's okay. Just saying how I like how there isn't as much 2D in this island. Red Pillar. That was a lazy name. It's like the laziest name they could have done. This one move that you get, and it's a required move. It's not one that you can just skip the upgrade. No, Sonic gets this upgrade, and it just busts the combat completely in half. Like, what the fuck is that? It's so stupid. The dumbest shit ever. This game's pacing is so whack. Like, the pacing of the actual world. Okay, now we're at the beginning of the island. Now I can find the cyberspace level. Cool. Where the fuck is it? I know I'm, like, near it because, like, I did that platforming puzzle. It was, like, the first thing I did. Shouldn't it be near here? I'm, like, pretty confident there's a portal nearby. Yeah, that's a Chaos Emerald. I don't want the Chaos Emerald. There it is. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta go to cyberspace so I can bitch about cyberspace. Hopefully it's a 3D level. I don't know which ones are which because I don't have this game that memorized because it's still the 3D Sonic game I've played the least overall. No, okay, my flavor capsule's not almost empty. Good. I don't like this flavor very much. It's strawberry kiwi and it tastes really fucking weird. Alright. This mic's stupid because it's really good if I'm dead on it, but then if I go off to the side, I'm completely muted, basically, which is a good thing. I like my microphone. Like, I will be a sure mic user for life, probably. But, oof. Could be a 3D level. Didn't really play the cyberspace levels. This island was where I started, like, tapping out and just kind of using big, yeah. Mostly just for the memory tokens. Like, I just wanted to get the memory tokens. This is Metal Harbor. Because it's Metal Harbor. Yeah, I don't. That's an easy one to identify, because I like Sonic Adventure 2 a whole lot. Which does mean I can kind of autopilot it, which is nice. I'm going for the S rank first, and then I'm gonna go for like the rings and stuff. Okay, we're gonna just retry the stage. You got a point where like, nah, give me all your vault keys. Yeah, I mean that would work. I was going for every cyberspace level my first playthrough anyway, so it was like there was no real reason for me to do that. God, the homing boost move is so fun if you like get good at it and you can do it consistently. And like it's not hard to do consistently. Like everyone should be able to. It's so fun. It just feels really, really damn good. Like, boom. That's fun. It feels great. Love how the homing boost move was intentional. Was it confirmed to be intentional or just something that they acknowledged? Because the thing is, like, you know, strategy guide is just a bunch of, you know, Sonic people. It's just like, I know most of them. So it's like, they're just people who play the games and speedrun. Now, Sega acknowledges it and accepts it. But how much of that is just because, you know, they don't want to patch it? Left in because people might like it. Oh, he did know about it? Okay. I didn't see that he did. Because I was wondering how much of that was like, is it truly intentional? So it's like wave dashing, where like they knew about it. They just couldn't, you know. No, that's fair. It's such a good mechanic. Since I can consider it a mechanic, it's such a good mechanic. Cool. Alright, now I'm gonna go for the red rings. The Adventure 2 levels feel pretty good. Like, honestly, the Adventure 2 content is solid. At least I remember seeing that more time to give him to commission for speed traps. What else can you add in? That's, yeah. I think I already missed a red ring. No, I didn't. The first one's over there. Okay. Sonic, can you... Sonic. Oh my god, the homing attack's so fucking stiff sometimes. There we go. I thought the speed strap videos were pretty cute. Like, they made me smile. They weren't, like, the coolest things ever, but it's just neat whenever Sega works with fans. I think they could, like, broaden which people they're working with, but it's a huge step in the right direction. And it continues to impress me that Sega's just so pro-consumer compared to, like, say, you know, Nintendo being the obvious example where, you know, Nintendo would literally rather, like, execute people who make videos than work with them. I need to do the stage a third time to get all the rings now because I fell. Oof. Right, and then the last ring is just a matter of, like, if I fuck up the snowboarding section or not. I guess skateboarding in this game. Nice change of pace for advertising. Yeah. No, Sega's approach to... Again, I think they could probably diversify who they work with a little bit more. Not that the people who they work with don't deserve it. They do. To be clear. My stance is one of, like, excitement and enthusiasm. But I think it's a good gateway into doing more with the very deep and rich content creator base they have with the Sonic fan base. Don't stop me now. Everyone chose a lad move. This game's marketing was great for the latter half, but like I'm still thinking about the that first like E3 demonstration of the game, and I'm like, damn, like what the fuck was that? It's so bad. Like I was so disappointed with the initial showing of this game, and it was like my favorite game of last year. I love this game, and like that's without any real Sonic bias. I mean, Sonic bias obviously is a thing, but I just genuinely like the Sonic game series formula. So it's just, it was a well-executed Sonic game. That's why it was my favorite. Not just because I'm biased towards Sonic necessarily. Wouldn't have known that from the fucking marketing. Like, oh my god. It was so bad. God, the homing booth is so fun. Running off of cliffs is not fun. I lied. The adventure gameplay still isn't good. People that got for Speed Strat is a straight up PR company. Yeah. But it still has, like, fans' involvement. Like, I mean, they're not... Obviously, like, I mean, it's sort of like when people say Sonic Mania is a fan game, and I get really mad because, you know, it fucking isn't. But the people who made it are fans. But in their marketing end of things, they are incorporating fan content creators a lot, which is fantastic. Again, as opposed to Nintendo, who's like, you know, I am doing probably some sort of Mario video to celebrate the movie coming out because I'm excited. And I'm terrified. I don't want to fuck with Nintendo. Solid 50-50 chance they try and copyright strike it because they can hear the Mario game theme song in the background. And that's fucking crazy. I mean, I know Nintendo's sort of off and on better about copyright claims, but then they get really bad about it again. And I'm like, like, I have like 800 subscribers. I'm not, this isn't my, like, I can't afford to deal with that. I don't want to see, if my channel got fucked up because of copyright strikes, I would just get a new hobby. But I don't want to do that. Like, it's not my livelihood on the line, but it's still, I don't want to deal with it, you know? Like, And I'd love to make this my job one day. Or more like a side hustle. I'd probably rather have it be a side hustle. TBH. Nintendo's a different beast entirely with social media changing drastically. They're just, I don't know, man. I just get like real sketched out by anything Nintendo and online related. I like the jingle when you get vault keys. It's cute. Do 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 do. I like it. It's good. I'm still pissed about the Chaos Emeralds, though. Why don't they do the Chaos Emerald jingle? You have an iconic jingle for something and they just, They're most certainly super cool when it comes to thing, LOL. I get one to protect an IP, but sometimes it feels forced. No, Nintendo's fucking insane. Like, they're actually nutty about it. And I don't really get it. They get so much bad press. Like, sometimes I get it. Okay, yeah. AM2R... breaks my heart how that went down. They announced Samus Returns like a week later. like I get it. That was an actual competing thing. And hey, I've loved this renaissance of Metroid we've got. Nope, Sonic, go back. I want the power thing. I love the little renaissance of Metroid we got out of it. So as much, and AM2R still available, like pretty easily. Like I have it on like half of my devices. I need to install it on my Steam Deck. I didn't think about that. I would play the shit out of that on my Steam Deck. But, like, anyway, point being, the fact that it's so readily available makes it a little bit more okay. But how they treat content creators isn't. Still not the worst thing in content creation for me, but Super Mario Brothers Royale. Yeah, which project was that? I know the name. I remember this guy being a bitch to deal with. Wow, that was a bad example. I just died. I think they were playing 35 before that was a thing. Oh, yeah, it was the one that was... Yeah, I know which game that is now. I miss Mario 35 still. I'm pissed about that. Mario 35 was like one of the worst examples of fucking video game preservation falling apart. Because Mario games shouldn't be unavailable. It's one thing if it's like fucking Hotel Mario or something, right? But like, why the hell should any... I mean, even Hotel Mario I think should be available, and the fact that it isn't is a fucking travesty. It's not a good game, but it shouldn't be lost to time completely. I mean, I don't like Hotel Mario. I've played plenty of it. It's a terrible, terrible video game. But it's still a Mario game, and no Mario game should be unavailable. Like, to me, that is nuts. At least something like, you know, Mario Teaches Typing or whatever is pretty easily obtainable. But you gotta emulate fucking Hotel Mario. I gotta level up my strength, because this dude's, like, taking for fucking ever to kill. Like, even with Phantom Rush, I don't think I got him. No, okay, never mind, I do. he's gonna die. Nintendo will burn bridge with everyone over video game history being archived. It's my biggest problem with Nintendo as a company, because I take game preservation so seriously. That's why I want to get a CDI, is like just so I can own the fucking Nintendo games for it. Partially for collecting reasons. But mostly just because, like, otherwise I feel like I won't have the ability to, like, have access to them in any capacity. I've emulated all of them, and they're terrible. But I've also played them on original hardware, and it's worse. At least the Zelda CDI remakes are still up. Someone should remake Hotel Mario as well. The potential for Hotel Mario to be good is actually there. Like, when I play that one, I'm like, oh, I see what they were going for. They're trying to do a Mario Brothers or a Donkey Kong Jr. kind of thing. And they don't pull it off. It's really bad. But I do think, like, I see what they were attempting. I get wanting to monetize emulation for themselves, but even then monetizing... I'm still okay with Nintendo Switch Online. I'm in the minority who doesn't, like, hate that service. But I also never fucking paid for expansion pack, though. I might with the GBA support, depending on what they add. I want to do a video. I'm thinking my Mario video for the movie might be on the Mario Land games. And I was like, oh, cool. I can use Nintendo Switch Online and record it really pretty and really easily. No, it doesn't have Mario Land 1. What the fuck? Mario Land 2 is so much better. Yeah, but like, why the fuck wouldn't they have Mario Land 1? It's like the best-selling game on the Game Boy aside from Tetris. Like, what are they doing? I own both games. I can record them in high quality with my upscaler. I just, No, I know. It's... You compare Nintendo Switch Online to fucking Game Pass. Like, I think Game Pass is the best thing to happen to, like, video game distribution in a hot minute. And then you have Nintendo Switch Online, which is, like, the polar fucking opposite. So you can do the combat legit and it's hard, or you can do this. And I'm cool with the idea of a retro-only Game Pass. I think Nintendo Switch Online, if it just had, like, the entire Wii U Virtual Console library on it, would be the best deal. I would love that. But no, it's terrible. I think PlayStation's attempts at Game Pass fucking sucks, though. Like, I cannot bring myself to pay for PlayStation Plus anything. I have the basic tier one, and that's, like, all I can bring myself to pay for. Nintendo do here's DLC for games you don't own. I do want to play the Mario Kart booster tracks though. I just haven't. Like the expansion pack booster jumper, whatever the fuck they're calling the Mario Kart DLC. I haven't played those. And I'm a big fan of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So, you know, I'll play more of it. It's been I like play it drunk at parties and that's about it. But shit, give me more Mario Kart. Like, that's cool. Thing is, I can just buy it for fucking $20 and I'm good. Or is it 25? It's something like that. It's not super expensive for what it is. Like, for the amount of content it gives you, I think it's, like, really reasonably priced. Oh, we're going this way now. Okay. Oh, this section's pretty. With all the flowers. I like it. Oh, look, it's an enemy. Let's kill it. But no, Nintendo's fucking it up for sure. What the fuck? Okay, then. Cool. Oh, look, that's Sage. She's just kind of chilling in the corner there. changing up the format they previously had planned, though, with the recent announcement showing a new track and a new character. Yeah, no, it's not just old shit. It actually is going to be, like, new content that looks really solid. So it's pretty sweet. I didn't mean to do that. That move sucks. It doesn't do shit. Oh, there he is. Just want another double dash. Double dash I think is not my favorite Mario Kart. I didn't grow up with it, and then I went back to it as an adult, and I'm like, it's fine. It's a decent little game. Like it's okay. It's certainly a good Mario Kart game. It's just maybe it's because I just haven't had the exposure to it that I have with most of the series, but it just never did anything for me at all compared to like any of the other Mario Karts. But I still like think it's good. I think it's one of the better Mario Kart games. I think Mario Kart games kind of just got better as they went. Like I genuinely think every Mario Kart game is better than the one before it. With like the exception of I guess Super Circuit versus Mario Kart 64. Because I do think, you know, obviously 64 is better than fucking Super Circuit. But I still like Super Circuit fine. Like, it's a good little Game Boy Advance game. But, like, excluding Super Circuit, I think every Mario Kart's better than the one that came before it. Like, I'd play, Double Dash over 64. I'd play, I was trying to dodge around him, but he just kind of got stuck. Cool kick move, go! Dead. When you're higher level with your combat moves, these ninja guys are really easy. Played almost... 7 is really fucking underrated. Like, I don't know why DS gets the love that 7 deserves. I think 7 is like... 8's my favorite. 7's fucking good. Like, it's so good. I am trying to just farm memory tokens. It's not easy to find memory tokens in this world. Okay. What the fuck's happening? Oh, it's a fucking slot machine. God damn it. I already have enough big tokens to, like, finish the game. Oh, we unlocked the Chaos Emerald. Cool. That was pretty convenient. That was good. Way to go, Sonic. You did it. That was just great. I love that. 7 is pre-installed on my 3DS capture card unit. It's just on here, like by default. What game do I have in here? Luigi's Mansion. I need to finish that video. It's my Halloween special. It's a little late. It's like done. I just need to like get a little bit of stuff to... I'm not even editing that video. I'll commission the editing to my friend Tim. I might commission editing to you too, Dave. Some editing. I'm gonna edit most of my own shit. But there's some stuff that I'm just like, I can't be fucked. Oh, cool, a puzzle. I love puzzles. Oh, it's the remake that I have in there, yeah. Because I'm doing my Halloween special, quote unquote, is a review of the original Luigi's Mansion. I got pretty, like, far. Like, I green screen did, like, I shot that one, quote unquote, on location in Luigi's Mansion, so I did chroma keying, and it looked really good. And, so we had to rip the model. Well, not rip the model. We found someone else rip the model of the mansion, and we, you know, popped that fucker in Blender and did a whole ass thing, and it looked awesome. Video's gonna be good when I, like, get around to actually doing it. We'll see when that happens. Wish the remake had been a Switch thing. Well, I agree. I fucked this up. Can I, like, restart it by doing this? That'd be really good, because I fucked it up. Yeah, I can. Okay, good. I fucked that up royally. Ugh. But no, the 3DS version is not great. My review of it's not going to be super positive. It's playable, but it's like, I don't like it. I remember liking it, and then I did the video, and I'm like, oh, this shit's not the best. But I mean, I beat the game through it. Like, it's playable. It's fine. Doesn't help that, with the 2DS capture card, the USB cable comes out the side of this little bulge on the back here. So when you're holding it, you have to hold it and, like, have your fingers so the cable can go around. So you end up holding it like a claw grip thing so that you don't, like, fucking dislodge the cable. Like, you can't rest like this. You have to rest it like this. And it's so uncomfortable. If these weren't rare and expensive as shit, I would get a different 2DS capture card. But obviously, like, you know, this thing's a fucking invaluable resource now. I know Loopy's making capture boards again for, like, the new model 3DSs, which is great. But that's so expensive. And, like, it works. The video quality's stellar. So it's like, I just gotta roll with it. Hi, AJ, what's up? How's it going, fam? What the fuck do I gotta put down next? I guess... purple. We're gonna say purple, and if I'm wrong, I'll just fucking cry. I don't care. That doesn't seem wrong, right? That seems okay. I'm so bad at this shit. Then blue, then gray? Yeah, that's what we're going with. The downside of having Nintendo dislike people modifying their stuff. Yeah, well, that just... fucking... fuck. That just comes down to Japanese laws being different than American laws. Because, yeah, they can make it illegal in Japan to modify your shit. So, in the U.S., you know, yeah, you own it, you can do what you want with it. Not the case over there. So, yeah, they shut down that factory. But Loopy's American, so they're making them again. How do you feel about Frontier so far? Oh, I love this game. I love this game to bits. I think it's fantastic. It's not the best Sonic game ever made or anything. Solid contender, though, for, like, my favorite 3D Sonic. I don't think it's quite my favorite, but it is up there. Like, with the best of them. I really love this game. I do love my 3DS capture card. Like, to be clear, I'm happy I have it. It's worth it. The video quality's super, super good. It's just occasionally frustrating to use. Oh, I need to put the purple one down, don't I? I fucked up again. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. Good. Look at me go. I'm actually a genius. My favorite boss fight? All of them? They're so good. Well, the end is probably my least favorite. Knight's really great. I'm going to say maybe Knight. I'm working on a video about supersonic boss fights, and, like, the bulk of it's going to be about Frontiers and how good it is. But, I really fuck hard with Knight. Knight's really good. Wyvern's really fun. It plays a little differently because it's like an auto-scroller. Very much reminds me of, like, Doomsday Zone, but it's very good. Should have grabbed that memory token. Did I go back for it? No, that's a lost cause. Oh, fuck, you respawned already. Shit. Well, I fought this guy legit already, so let's just give him one of these. Yeah, and then one of these. Maybe one of... How the fuck did he hit me? Whatever. But no, Knight's excellent. Knight's a really good fight. They're all good. There isn't really... I think Knight just because of the ending with the sword. Giganto caught me so off guard. Sound the alarm. I wasn't expecting it, necessarily. I mean, I knew there were Titan fights, and I knew that you played a Supersonic, but I didn't, like, know just how hard that shit was gonna go, you know? They shouldn't give you that, beam attack. Like, it's so breaks the game. It's ridiculous. Like, why did they do that? Yeah, you can just have that, bud. It's fine. I actually, on Ares Island, just out of curiosity, when I streamed Ares Island, I just let it keep a Chaos Emerald to see what would happen. As it turns out, the game just says, go get the Chaos Emerald back, you fucking moron. It just stays on the map where you leave it, so that's good at least. But it's not marked on the map or anything, until you need to go back and get it. Then it will mark it, like, automatically. Giganto taking 5 years to develop makes me wonder how long all the others took to develop. Oh, I bet they came up with Giganto, said, yeah, that's the formula. And then the rest were just like, you know, how cool would it be if it was a dragon? Like, I'm assuming the process was really easy after they, like, finalized the formula. I could be wrong, but that's... I have to assume that's the case. Because they do all feel like natural extensions of that initial boss fight. Will you do a no upgrades run? I don't know. That could be a fun stream thing down the line, but I don't feel comfortable enough with my knowledge of the game to do that yet. That would be a fun challenge, though. Maybe it's like a subscriber goal. Like if I hit like 1,500 subscribers or something, that would be a fun one to do. Because as I'm getting closer to 1,000, I need to decide, like, how the fuck am I celebrating 1,000 subscribers? I want to do something for it. That'll be like in the next couple months, so I don't know what, you know. I mean, if I do like one good video that gets lucky with the algorithm or one good stream, I'll have it. And otherwise, it'll just be a matter of like till summer. So it's like, what should I do to celebrate? I don't know. Because my next video is Sonic 3D Blast, and that's not celebrating shit. I just wanted to talk about Sonic 3D Blast on the internet. I actually have to tweak the script a little bit for that video. It's still in progress. I'm hoping to get recording on it done, like, I don't know, Wednesday. Like, that video's coming out soon. I just recorded the Saturn version and didn't really enjoy myself, but it still has my favorite special stages in the entire series, so it's like, well, maybe Mania special stages are better, but they're really good. Oh, fuck off, Caterpillar. I'm not fighting you again. I will do this, though. Get you to form your little obstacle course for me. And then just, oh, wait, you can't escape it? I was gonna just, like, yeet off of it to be a disrespectful asshole. Well, I don't want to die to do it. But I hate this guy. He's annoying. Am I going to stream the DLC when it comes out? Yeah, probably. I'm either going to stream the DLC or do a video on the DLC. I haven't decided which yet. Probably both. Yeah, probably both. I'll probably stream it, like, release night. I mean, that just sort of depends on what work is like. I won't take off. I took off work to play this game at launch. I'm not going to take off work for the DLC. But I'm planning on doing content on the DLC. And it depends which DLC. Am I going to do... yeah, I guess I could just do, like, DLC showcase streams, like, as it drops, each update. That would be cool. Yeah, let's tentatively say yes. With the asterisk that it kind of depends on what I'm doing, like, IRL. Like, right now, the reason Mondays are stream nights are just because they're the days that work best for me. So the jump roping is a huge challenge, you know? Like, it's very quick, and, you know, if you're like me and you have these godlike reactions, you'll be fine. But, you know, it might take you a couple dozen tries. Unless you're like me. I mean, I'm jumping so accurately, with such efficiency, you know, easy peasy for me, but, you know. Might not be so simple for everyone. I felt like a goddamn genius when I figured that out, because apparently no one else did. I saw so many people on Twitter complaining about the jump rope challenges. What would you tweak about the game if I could? Well, boss rush, but that's already going to be a thing. I would have the standard physics in cyberspace. That would be the big thing. I wouldn't actually change Sonic's overworld control, like his momentum and physics and the tuning. Wouldn't mess with that. I like how Sonic controls just fine. I've seen the physics mods. When the Steam version's on sale for like $15 or whatever, I'm gonna get it just to dick around with the physics mod. I think the one Tracker did looks really, really fun in particular. This is a really good dash panel. They did a good job programming it. I'm actively trying to find the fishing hole right now. well, I guess we'll just do a level in the meantime. I'd say my big change would be cyberspace would have the standard controls. I see no reason for it to have these weird garbage-ass controls. There are levels where cyberspace is good. Some of the original stages, like the city level that is on this island, is great. But that's like it. Ah. I didn't like that. I didn't like that sound. This level. Yeah, this level's good. Like, legit good. This is a great level. And it plays really well with how Sonic controls. It's the only one. I mean, the Adventure 2 stages in general actually do feel pretty decent. But by and large, yeah, I cannot stand how Sonic controls in cyberspace. I would change this. Especially the 2D levels, I think they feel awful. I think this is the worst the boost formula has to offer. And I'm not entirely sure why this was considered acceptable. So if I was going to tweak something, it would be more of an overhaul, and it would be this. Because otherwise, no, I like Sonic Frontiers a lot. There isn't a lot I would have done differently. This is kind of the Sonic game I wanted out of an when they said open world Sonic game, I wasn't really thinking collectathon, but that was the clear correct move. And in that context, there's nothing I would have changed. Like, almost nothing at all. I think this is just a damn good video game. I missed that red ring down there, but I don't care about going back for it. We're just going to go for the S rank. I can probably get the S rank and all the red rings in one go, but, you know, I don't know or not. If I can or not, so. How would you feel if 06 is ported to modern consoles? I'd really like it to be added to backwards compatibility on Series X. I don't think it needs a remaster or anything. I don't think, like, there's a whole lot I really like about Sonic 06, but on the whole, I am in the camp that believes genuinely bad game. Has some really, really solid level design. Specifically when you're playing as Sonic, it's tailor-made for Sonic, and it feels really good. But I don't like almost anything else in that game. But the stuff I like, I really, really like. I think Sonic 06 is a fascinating video game. It's a very, very interesting example of game development gone awry. And I think it deserves preservation, and I think it should be backwards compatible with Series X, with that perfect locked 60 frames per second, and, you know, the Series X load times. I mean, this game has great load times, you know? And I'm playing on Series X right now. I've had a Series X since launch day, and it's one of my favorite consoles ever made. So I'm very much in camp port it to Series X, because why not? I think it would go great if they did that. I don't necessarily think it needs, like, oh, a remaster, you know? Because I just don't think it really needs that attention, you know? But I do think it should be preserved when there's a backwards compatibility platform that supports it. I mean, hot take, and this, I do mean hot take. I know people do not like this opinion. I don't really care for Unleashed. I think Unleashed pretty much isn't good, but I mean, there's stuff I like in Unleashed. Again, to be clear, the daytime levels are really, really good, and the Warhog gameplay isn't bad. I just think it has the worst pacing in the series. I think the pacing kills it. I still missed a red ring. God damn it. But I'm delighted that it's available. That's how I feel about 06. I think 06 would benefit from a lot of what the Series X has to offer just by default, by the nature of how it handles, like, all of its backwards compatibility features. Yeah. I'd be very happy if they did that. I think it would be a waste of resources to give it, like, a native remaster, though. If you want my opinion, all the major heavy hitters that don't have licensing issues should have been added to backwards compatibility already. Where do you think the series would have gone if Sonic 06 came out finished? So it depends, because I think Sonic 06, as it was going, still wouldn't have been great. I think there are things in there that are flawed from a design perspective, and that they had the wrong idea. I think Sonic's gameplay would have been really tight had they gotten around to finishing the game. But I think it still would have gotten pretty mixed reviews. That's a really good question. I think the series would have stuck with the adventure formula. I don't think we would have this modern this modern Sonic gameplay, because even this game, which, you know, does tweak, god damn it, does tweak the modern Sonic formula. It is very much recognizably still based on the foundation that was built by Unleashed, right? It tweaks it. It does, you know, it tweaks to fit a different overall formula, but the core gameplay and concepts are the same. I don't think we would be at this point. Which means we wouldn't have gotten a lot of my favorites. I love Sonic Colors. I really, really love Sonic Generations. So had Unleashed come out, and let's say it came out and it was really good, and critics gave it solid, you know, good reviews, everyone liked it, Sonic never got this bad stigma, I think we'd still be seeing Sonic Adventure style games, but I still think we would have moved away from, like, the momentum gameplay, because that's very much not a thing in any version of what 06 was going for. It was still simplifying the gameplay from a mechanical perspective. Not simplifying it, but changing it. So I think the series would have ended up in a very different place. You think Frontiers would have come out the same as it is now? I don't think this game would have happened at all if, like, in the context of the 06 conversation, this wouldn't have happened. This game wouldn't have happened. Because what this game ultimately is an evolution of... It's like a culmination of all of 3D Sonic up to this point, while also being a reinvention of the formula. But we wouldn't have gotten the reinvention that was Unleashed, which is what this game ultimately builds on the most. I mean, I'll tell you, we never would have gotten Boom. Like, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, it just would have been a different beast entirely. The franchise would be in a different state. I mean, I'll be honest, I think what salvaged the franchise, quote-unquote, in the modern age was the movies. I mean, I love the Sonic movies, but they aren't my favorite thing in the series. That's not what I mean. But they did a lot of good for the brand. Because Sonic is fucking huge right now. He hasn't been this big in my lifetime. Like, I genuinely believe that. And I believe that would not... I think Frontiers would not exist in any capacity if 06 didn't happen. I think 06 is a turning point in the series that is entirely unique. In any series, I don't know of a franchise that has, you know, a rock bottom turnaround point like that. And I do consider 06 to be rock bottom. Look, I like the game fine. I understand its fan base. I relate to its fan base. I'm very excited for the inevitable video I do on Sonic 06, because I think it's going to be 2 videos. I want to do a video that is a straightforward review of the game, and I want to do a video about the fan response to it and how much it's shifted. Oh, there's Big. Wait, I should get the memory token first. Cool. Sweet, we're going fishing, boys! I love this shit. It's fun. Okay, stop kicking, Sonic. Stop kicking! Oh my god, Sonic. Thank you. Do you think Boom would be good if it came out on all consoles and was finished? Okay, so... No. This is another one of my hot takes. I don't really like... I love Boom as a TV show. I'm assuming by Boom you mean Rise of Lyric specifically. But I'm going to talk about the rebrand in general. Because Rise of Lyric's the biggest part of that puzzle, you know, for obvious reasons.
Would you like to try?
I think that Sonic Synergy as it was in development from Big Red Button would have been a pretty decent, mediocre kids game that would have, if it turned out, finished and great and got to do what it was going for without the whole Wii U exclusivity shit that happened to it. It would have been a perfectly middle-of-the-road, acceptable video game. It wouldn't have been a masterpiece. It wouldn't have been great. It would have been a perfectly adequate kids game while the main Sonic series continued to do what it was doing. I don't think things would have turned out that differently. I don't think the brand would have lasted all that long. It wouldn't have been the reboot that they wanted it to be. That's my stance. I just don't think the idea had the legs that Sega thought it did. I understand why they did it. Because they ultimately pulled that off. What they wanted Boom to be, that's the movies. They got their rebrand. They got their soft reboot. They got their completely unrelated project handled by a different studio that serves as a supplement and advertising tactic for their main product. They got that. That is exactly what the movies end up serving. Like, that's the role they serve. And that's great. It's clearly very good for the brand because look at this game. It's sold like hotcakes. And the Sonic games always sell well. The bad selling Sonic games, with the exception of like fucking Rise of Lyric and stuff, they still sell decently. But this game sold great. I blame the movies more than I blame anything. And the fact that they did something smart and they said, yeah, let's make a Sonic game that chases modern trends. Sonic's so pleased with himself for fishing up litter. What an idiot. I love him. What a doofus. So yeah, that's kind of my stance. How would you feel about a crossover game between Modern and Boom Sonic? I thought that's what Forces was going to be. And I was pretty into it. I thought for sure the Avatar... I still think the Avatar was going to be Boom Sonic. Personally. There's nothing to suggest that. Nothing at all. I know there is not a thing to suggest it. And we know about Forces going all the way back in development and that it was never going to be that. But something's still tugging at me. Because it just makes sense. And how would I feel about it now? Confused. There's just no reason for it. They reference Boom in Forces with some of the cosmetics. But, like, Boom hasn't been relevant in a hot minute. The TV shows, we got a different one now. We got Prime, which I got my Netflix login back. I still haven't watched, but... yeah, I'm not opposed to the idea. Hey, that's me! It's me! Hell yeah. I ate tuna today. I'm a cannibal. I had sushi for lunch. But, I'm by no means opposed to the idea of the Sonic Boom version of the character showing up in something. But I'd be a little confused. I think they kind of missed their mark with it. Had it happened when Boom was relevant, if Sonic Forces was a three-way crossover with Classic, Modern, and Boom, it would have been cute. I'd have been cool with it. It would happen now, I'd be more confused than anything, because I'd be like, why bring back Sonic Boom? Because it has such a negative connotation, which is a little depressing, because again, show, really good. I just punched the mic. Show's really good. Fire and Ice is a decent little 3DS game. It's not great, but it's fine. Like, there's good Sonic Boom content, obviously. As a whole, to me, I feel the same about it as I would about bringing back Princess Elise, which is not good. Because I think it just represents a part that, sure, there's a certain level of fondness I have as a fan, but what it represents to the brand is not positive. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. AKA, I wouldn't be too thrilled about it, but I wouldn't hate it. Do you think the Boom TV show should come back? Or could come back? No. Ship sailed. That development team's gone. Prime is the show now. They're not going to want to have two. That leads to some serious brand confusion. I mean, it's already complicated enough having Game Sonic, Movie Sonic, and Prime Sonic, and Comic Sonic. And granted, 3 of those might be the same now. Because they're being pretty loosey-goosey with canon. For the better, in my opinion. Sonic, don't touch that. Sonic, don't fucking touch the frog. It's gonna kill you. But I think it leads to more confusion than anything. So no, I don't think... Plus, Boom was never that successful a series. It's great, but it wasn't that popular. So, now, I don't think they're going to do more Sonic Boom content in any capacity. Other than the occasional reference, maybe. I think Prime is the show now. And I like Prime. Prime's cute. From what I've seen, I only watched the first episode, but I liked what I watched. Do you think Sonic Prime could have a game adaptation when it's finished? No. I don't think that'll ever happen. Wouldn't hate it. I don't think it'll happen. I think it's much more likely that... I mean, Prime's pretty loosely canon to the games. Now, I would say I wouldn't call it strictly canon, but it's not canon either. Like, they keep saying, yeah, sure, if you want, as far as its canonicity. And I feel like that's how they'll keep it, and I feel like that's okay. So let's see what we can buy now, because I fished for a hot minute. Let's do some of these. Yeah. Some of these. Let's just crank that up to like 100. And some of these, we like them. We like them. And some of these again. Okay, I can't do those anymore. Cool. Do I think Sonic Adventure 3 will be the next game? No. But I do think it will be a sequel to Sonic Adventure, if that makes sense.
Would you like to try? I'll let you.
Let's go back to the island and see how we're doing. But no, I think Sonic Adventure 3 will happen. But I don't necessarily think it's like, oh, that's the next Sonic game. But I feel reasonably good about saying, yeah, we may see that. And I do personally kind of want that. I think it'd be pretty cool. But I don't want them to feel beholden to it. I like this gameplay formula. And as much as I'd love to see them... No, fuck off, Caterpillar. As much as I'd love to see the Sonic Adventure gameplay style come back, it is my favorite Sonic gameplay ever. I think this captures a lot of what I love about Adventure 1. Because the thing I like about Adventure 1 is that it is an adventure. It is an adventure game. This captures that the best of any game since 06, which was not good, but it also captured that vibe. So my answer is yes and no. I don't think it'll be called Sonic Adventure 3, but I think it will be the third Sonic Adventure game, like in spirit. And granted, you can argue Sonic 06 is the third adventure game in spirit, and that Unleashed is the third adventure game in spirit, but
I've figured out everything else up until now.
that's where I'm at.
Don't sweat it.
Do I think Silver should be playable again? Depends on how he's done. Fucking Coco. Bam, got him. I don't love his gameplay in Sonic 06. I think it's pretty poor. But I don't think it was terrible in concept, just in execution. I think the idea of a telepathic Sonic character is very fun. It has a lot of gameplay potential. There's a lot of room for like really solid gameplay in there. And I personally have really high hopes for it, if they ever did bring it back. But I'd be a little bit cautiously optimistic. I wouldn't feel super convinced. Oh yeah, they'll pull that off, you know? Like, I don't necessarily think it would be awful. I just don't necessarily think it would be good either. It's still wild to me. They're just like, yeah, we got Ikaruga in this. What's the problem? You got a problem with that? And I'm like, no, but I'm weirded out by it. I'm not good at shmups. Oh, I hit everything but what I was aiming at. Damn it. Ah, fuck. Do I think Infinite should return? Yes, I like Infinite. He's cool. I think he's neat. No particular reason that I think he should return. I just think, you know, he's a cool villain. He's a cool villain who I do genuinely think was kind of wasted on Forces. Did it. But yeah, no, I have pretty high opinion of Infinite. I just think he's kind of cute. He's a fun villain. He's entertaining. And I mean, he shouldn't be cute. That wasn't the goal. But I think he's funny. He's a goofy little goofball. He's like, I am not weak. And I was like, you kind of are, though. You kind of are. They kill you really easily. You literally just die because they homing attack you like twice. Streaming always gets me so congested, and I'm not sure why. It's like sitting in this spot, I get really congested. And I mean, I have allergies, but I don't know. Like, my room doesn't usually get me, like, sick. It's just my streaming corner. And it's not like I don't dust over here. I actually do because of that. I don't know, man. Whatever. Could be the microphone.
We must acquire the
How would I feel if Sonic did a full reboot about a decade down the line? Really confused. I'd be like, what the hell are they doing that for?
But I only recently learned your name. You could have told me sooner, you know.
We were enemies. Furthermore, my name holds no meaning.
Well, sure it does.
This is good dialogue.
Eggman named you that for a reason.
It's really good dialogue.
Important to him.
This shit's solid.
Think he cares about me?
Sure. In his own way. Hey, time's a-wasting. Let's wrap this up.
Good dialogue. But no, I'd be opposed to a reboot. Like, actually, like, not a fan of the idea. I just don't think it's necessary. Some things need reboots. Some things really, truly don't. I'd argue Sonic doesn't, because the story's not deep enough that it's like, oh, it'll get really obtrusive and fuck up. Nah, I'm not sure there's ever a point where I'm like, yeah, if they don't reboot, it'll get too complicated, because, like, just don't acknowledge the other game's stories. It doesn't matter. Because my stance on Sonic stories is pretty strong in the sense that I care about them when they enhance a game. Like in this game's case, oh yeah, the narrative makes it work. In other games, no, I don't give a shit. I just hit the fucking boost button instead of homing attack. Wow, I suck. But like in general, oh my god. In general, I don't really care about the story in Sonic games. Like as a driving force for me playing them. And I like nods. I like the fact that these games have stories, and I very frequently enjoy the stories. But I do not consider that central to my enjoyment of the game. So I think a reboot would be kind of dumb, because then, you know, you're missing out on some potential references and character development and stuff. Like, this game wouldn't work if it was a reboot. Sonic doesn't develop. Sonic is Sonic. Sonic is a vessel for everyone else's development. That would not work if it was a reboot. And there's lots of chances you can do with this. There's a lot of stuff you can do. They could totally keep developing Eggman. They could keep developing Tails and Knuckles and Amy and Sonic, but Sonic doesn't need it. That's what I like about this game. I like the way it handles Sonic as a character and how he's essentially like... He's an object and a vessel for the other characters to develop off of. It's beautifully handled. It's really good stuff. So, no, I'd be annoyed if they rebooted. I think it would actually rob them of some very good opportunities for further narrative development. Oh, I just walked off the edge. I suck. It's not like, oh, it would make me not play the game. No, I wouldn't really care if they rebooted. Like, I mean, I played Sonic Boom. I didn't care when they rebooted then. But, like, yeah, not a fan of the idea. I'm a fan of the idea in, like, the context of, like, the movie's a reboot, technically. But the original series is still going. When they rebooted the comics, I was fine with it. Do you think Sage and Infinite are related somehow? No. I think they have very very similar visual flourishes. But that it has more to do with the design language in this series and how it represents cyberspace and stuff. Because, you know, Infinite's whole thing was virtual reality. Everything he did was essentially cyberspace. So while I think the similarities are there, I do think they're more or less superficial. It'd be cool if I was wrong. I'd be super into it if they were, like, connected and they tied them in somehow later. But I don't think that's what they were ever going for. I don't think I have any reason to play another level. So let's... Fuck it, let's do it. It's fun. And, like, I'm kind of clearing this faster than I expected. Like, granted, I've been streaming for, like, 2 hours, but do I think the Avatar will ever return? I don't know. I thought for sure the Avatar would be the one thing that sticks from Forces, but this game bails on the idea completely. Okay, he just didn't want to do any of the things I wanted him to do. I like the idea of the Avatar, though. And I think, because the original characters are so huge for so many Sonic fans. It's never been my thing, but I know how much people love their OCs, you know? So I think it'd be really this is another actually pretty good level. Because again, it's designed around these controls and it like feels pretty great to play. So no, I don't know if it'll return. I'd be into it if it did. My main thing right now is like, I know everyone's gonna hate me for this. When the fuck is Sonic Mania 2? I want more classic Sonic. Sonic Mania is like the best Sonic game. Why is there not more of it? I prefer 3D Sonic over 2D Sonic when it's done well. But 2D Sonic is pretty damn fantastic. It's like, I want more of it. Where is it, Sega? What the hell? Mania sold great. Like, what's the holdup? I mean, I even like Sonic Origins for what it was. I was like, yeah, yay. It's not good, but it's Sonic, and it does play great. It's just, you know, it's blurry. How do I feel about a Sonic Arena Fighter? It'd be all right. It could be cool. Like, define Arena Fighter. Like, what? Give me a game to like compare to, because you know, I don't know what if you mean like a 3D combat kind of deal, or if you mean like just a tournament 2D fighting game, which we already had in like the 90s. Jump Force, but good. Okay, something like that. It'd be all right. I'm more into the idea of like, yeah, my thought was like Power Stone. So yeah, same idea. Yeah, I wouldn't be like opposed to it. I'd be more into the idea of a modern day Sonic R than anything. I think that they are really missing a trick not using the boost formula for a racing game. Like, what the hell? Why have they not done that? Like, what are they thinking? But I think an Arena Fighter could be fun. I'd still rather have an on-foot racing game. That's the Sonic spin-off that I want, is like modern day Sonic R. Don't like call it Sonic R, obviously, because that has pretty negative connotations, but I like Sonic R a lot. So I would bring that back if I was going to do a spin-off. But an Arena Fighter could be okay. You have a lot of fun combo potential with a lot of the characters, Sonic and Knuckles and Shadow and Tails and Amy. I can visualize how their fighting would work. And that's sort of an inherently good sign. So yeah, no, I think that would be a good idea, actually. It wouldn't be up my alley necessarily. But yeah, no, I'm not opposed to that. That could be cute. Be a fun game. Oh, no, we're dead. Okay, no, we're not. Because I'm a peak gaming expert. I think we can just beat the game. Like, I might be wrong. We might need more memory tokens, in which case I'll go fishing again. But, like, I feel pretty good about our ability to just finish the game. Why can't we... Why can't you stomp a second time in one combo? That's so bad. Like, genuinely awful. You can only stomp one... So it's the same thing as the boost, right? Any move that you can do in midair, you can only do once in any given sequence of, like, area... So in that instance, you can't stomp into the rings because you'll die. And I really, truly hate it. There are so few things I genuinely can't stand with regards to Frontier's gameplay. I think it controls the best of any 3D Sonic since Sonic Adventure 1. That is how strongly I feel positively about it. But the fact that you cannot stomp like that... How would zones never seen in 3D before, like Marble Zone were the next? I would be annoyed. Yeah, I wouldn't like it. Purely because I don't want to see the same zones over and over. And as much as, yeah, it'd be cool to see something like Marble Zone, right, that we haven't seen yet. Just give me new levels instead. Like, reuse of level assets is one of my biggest issues with Sonic games, and this game did not fix that. I'm very much not a fan of the fact that it's Green Hill and Sky Sanctuary and Chemical Plant. And yeah, the city area is cool. Not super original, but it's different. It has a cool aesthetic. So yeah, I'd be annoyed about it. I'd probably be into it from like a visual, like just admiring the scenery standpoint. Excuse me. But I'd be very annoyed about it. Just like in principle, because I don't want them to keep reusing these areas. I see no reason for the Sonic series to be stagnant with regards to its locales whatsoever. You have this franchise that has basically unlimited potential for beautiful environments, and we spend most of it in Green Hill Zone. Like, what the hell is that about? And as much as, yeah, Marble Zone, we haven't seen, it would probably look really cool. Like, I can visualize it, and I'm into the imagery. But just in concept, I'm outraged. And that is something that I'm hopeful is not a thing anymore in the next Sonic game. Because this game does kind of reek of budgetary issues at times. I think it more than makes up for that. But, you know, it does reuse assets from generations pretty blatantly. And I'm hoping that's never a thing again. I don't think, like, oh, they should let the past die or anything like that. But, you know, give me something original for once. The overworlds, being as original and cool looking as they are, granted, they reuse grassland a lot. And they're not the most imaginative settings, right? It's, oh, yeah, we got a desert. Oh, we got a volcano. But it's better than nothing. This shit's really hard with, like, the super boost going on. Okay, never mind. It was really easy. How do you think the franchise should end? It shouldn't. I don't want Sonic to ever go away. That's my take. I don't have a perfect ending in mind for the series because I like these games and I'd like them to just continue perpetually releasing. There are some staple franchises I just don't ever want to see end. Infinite Zelda games, infinite Mario games, infinite Sonic games. That's my stance on that. Infinite Mega Man games. There are some series that just, you know, oh no, it's just iterative. Oh, you're just doing the same thing. Yeah, so be it. Who cares? They're good. I don't mind if it's just the same thing, blah, blah, blah. It's so damn fun. It doesn't need to be more than that. Certain series don't need to have an epic finale. If they come up with one, will I play it? Yeah, obviously. But I'd be bummed if they were like, okay, this is the last one. I'd be like, aw, are you kidding me? Why? I don't want that. Oh no, not this challenge thing. Can I make it over there? Holy shit, I can. Holy fuck, that was cool. I didn't think that was gonna work. Awesome. But no, I don't think the Sonic series should end. I see no particular reason for it to. This is a character with a very flexible, malleable gameplay style. Shut the fuck up, the end. I need to go this way. It's where it's telling me to go. I suck at this. I'm surprised I did that. Do you think Sonic Extreme would be good if it came out? No, Sonic Extreme looked like dog shit. I'm fascinated by it. More than pretty much any other game. Why is my computer running a virus scan right now? Can it not, please, while I'm streaming? Stop. Stop. I don't want a virus scan while I'm streaming. That's really bad. Oh, what the fuck, ABG? Well, hopefully I canceled that before it was a problem. Let me just give that a second to level out. Yeah, okay, it should be fine. Why the fuck? That was the worst timing for that. Anyway, I'll be honest, I did not expect that to happen. Like, I don't know why I just decided, yeah, we're running an auto scan for no reason. I haven't downloaded anything, like, it was just doing it.
Ruins and treasures. You'd be right at home here, Nux.
Thanks for the anecdote, Sonic. Why'd you bounce off that like it was a homing attack? But no, I think Extreme looked pretty bad. I've played the prototypes. I was like, they're really cool. I'd love to burn them to disc and play them on my Saturn because I've only emulated them. And I haven't... I could just play the Saturn emulator with my USB Saturn controller. Like, my wireless one has a USB receiver. But I didn't. I played it with an Xbox controller, and I was like, this sucks. I do think some of the fan remakes of Sonic Extreme are really good. But I also think they kind of are pretty loosey-goosey with regards to being accurate to the original. But no, I think Sonic Extreme was going to be pretty bad. I think it looked piss poor, to be perfectly honest. But I mean, that's okay. It is what it is. It didn't come out, so it's fine. Do you think SatAM Sonic will be in Sonic Prime? No, I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think it's going to have crossovers with other franchises. Or, like, sub-franchises, rather. It'd be cool if he showed up. I don't think it'll ever happen. I don't think they're ever going to acknowledge SatAM again because of licensing stuff. Because Sega doesn't own that show. They own the characters from it. But Deke owns that. And I don't know who even owns Deke anymore. So... yeah, no, I'm not super convinced of that. I need to refresh my YouTube streaming page. It's lagging now, but I don't think the stream's lagging. I think it's just the page. Why is it saying that? My stream's still falling a little behind because of the fucking virus scan I had to turn off. Let me know if it's, like, laggy on anyone else's side. It doesn't look laggy on my side, but I'm getting lag messages. And I can't tell if they're valid or not. Nope, don't die, Sonic. But no, I don't think SatAM Sonic is ever going to show up in anything again. I don't think Archie Sonic... I don't think anything related to that is going to show up again for the sake of, like, just branding. Same reason I don't think they're going to ever do anything with, Boom Sonic ever again. Oh, cool, let's level up our... punchy punch stuff. Let me try pulling the stream. I'm getting stream like error notifications, but it doesn't look like it's actually having any problems. Make sure I'm not wrong. No, it looks fine. Whatever. Let me see. How's the stream log? Do I think the soap shoes will become Sonic's main shoes again? Nope, never. It'd be cool if they did, but no, never gonna happen. I would be a fan, though. I really like the soap shoes. I think they're cool as hell. But I think that ship is long since sailed. I think, you know... I think it's cool that they're still showing up again, but from a brand perspective, like... Sonic shoes are pretty recognizable, like in their original state. If anything, if I was going to redesign them, I like the movie design best. I think the movie Sonic shoes are awesome. Like, that's what I would bring back if it was up to me, like, into the games. I'm kind of annoyed they're not in this game, to be honest. I was hoping they would be. They're not, though. For, you know, reasons that are a little bit beyond me. This challenge is so fun. Remember whenever, Snap Cubed, like Penny Parker was streaming this game, and she like landed on that and like slid fucking halfway across the map, and it was very funny. I don't know why I remember that. I didn't watch the stream, but I did watch the archive, and it was good as fuck. Watch Snap Cube. This is a good channel. She's really funny. I like Penny. I don't know her. Like, I just like her as a content creator. She's just one of the few people I actually watch. There aren't many content creators I watch, but I watch her. Not that I don't watch content creators, but I don't watch stuff that's too similar to my own. At least not if it's something like relevant to what I'm gonna make. If I'm gonna make content, I try to not have any overlap. Certainly exceptions to that, but it's an intentional thing. God damn it, how many memory tokens do I need? I should have gotten more when I was fishing, damn it. Do you think Team Sonic Racing would still be alive if they made DLC for it? No, I don't think Team Sonic Racing had legs. Which is unfortunate, because I thought it was pretty good. But it didn't have legs for some reason. We're not going to collect memory tokens in the world. We're just going to fish.
Hey, would you like to try?
Let's go fishing, boys. This shit's so tight. Sonic Frontier stream finale. More like Sonic Frontier's fishing adventure. This is great. But no, I don't think TSR it didn't have legs, and I don't really know why. It's pretty good. But it just didn't. Which again, I think is a bummer. I thought the game was fine. But it didn't do well. And I don't think DLC would have helped. Like, I couldn't tell you why it didn't do well, honestly. I thought the game was fine. Like, it was just fine. It wasn't great. It did deserve better than it got, in my opinion, though. That's kind of my main takeaway from TSR. Hope this is the fast travel thing. I do like having the ability to fast travel. It's generally very helpful. Nope, just a gold card. Okay, whatever. Do you think Heroes deserves a port or remake? It deserves to be backwards compatible on Series X. That's pretty much my main stance at all times. And personally, I would love like a 3D All-Stars for the Sonic Adventure games and Heroes. Like a 3-pack like 3D All-Stars was. It doesn't need to be flashy. Just give me Adventure 1, Adventure 2, and Heroes. Preferably not the god-awful like Xbox Live port that's currently backwards compatible for SA1. That's really bad. Give me like a decent port of the game. Oh, I fucked up. That's because I'm on my phone retweeting the stream on Twitter. Behind the scenes content creation things, folks. Oh, cool. I still got to do this same thing. That's good. Anyway, but no, I think I like Sonic Heroes. I think Sonic Heroes is pretty great. So yeah, re-release that. I agree with that. It's got issues. Like, I don't love Heroes. I have issues with it for sure. I think if you're just blasting through it as Team Sonic or whatever, it's awesome. I think if you are like, yeah, I'm gonna go through it as every team and get all of the emeralds and fight the final boss, then it's like, that game sucks. But just don't do that. Just play it through it as like a single shot adventure. And yeah, no, Heroes is really good. It slaps. I like it a lot. Poor pufferfish. It looks like it's in agony. It looks so unhappy. Poor thing. Poor thing. I love that anime-ass thing, and then it's just for fishing. Like, we see that in the trailer, we're like, Sonic's gonna be so fucking cool in this game. It's like, he's pretty cool. Catching fish. Women fear me, fish want me. You know what I'm saying? There's a bug on my monitor. I'm gonna kill it. I don't know if I killed it. Should Sonic be dark and serious or childish and lighthearted? It can do both. Sonic shouldn't be so comfortable with that. I think Vector feels when he sees this. But no, Sonic can pull off both. Sonic's a pretty tonally ranged character, in my opinion. Ranged franchise, even. So, while I probably have more of a preference for the lighthearted to an extent, I mean, this game's story is pretty dark for what it is. It's very melancholy, at least, and I think it's great. Adventure 2 might have my favorite story in the series still. It's pretty dark for what it is. It's got a child getting executed because she has AIDS or whatever. So I'd say somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't think the series necessarily has one or the other in terms of, like, what is it capable of. As long as it's done well. I think Colors is very lighthearted and fun and goofy and stupid. And it's a blast. And it's cute, and I like it. This game's dark and melancholy, and most of the themes are about death. And it's great, and it works, and I like it. I think Sonic himself shouldn't be too serious. A serious edge, sure. But he should still kind of be like a goofball. You know, cracking jokes and one-liners and whatnot. So, yeah, it's really somewhere in the middle for me. It's very case by case. Whatever it is able to do successfully is what I think it should do. Yeah, that's my stance. Boom, I'm like the fishing king over here. Should have called the Sonic Frontiers fishing stream. That's all we're doing is fishing. Fish love me. Fish want me, women fear me. What Sonic characters would add to the next match? I think Shadow could be a palette swap, and I think that Knuckles would be really fun. Or not like a palette swap, but he could be like a skin, you know, like you cycle through him and you can unlock, you can play as Shadow. I think it'd be cool. And as far as stages go, I think Mushroom Hill would be pretty cool. You'd bounce around, but it would kind of blend in with the Mario stuff because of Mushroom Kingdom. I think Chemical Plant would be a good one as well. I think City Escape could be cool. You could do it as like a very much akin to like the F-Zero tracks stages where it's a platform and it takes you around the stage and dips down and you got different set pieces. And you could have the raising and lowering platforms. You could have the gun truck sequence. So I'd say my number one, now that I think about it, would be City Escape. I think City Escape has the potential for a great, like, you know, like Isle Delfino or like Big Blue, one of those stages, where it sort of transitions between set pieces. That would be tight. So I'd really like that. You would add Eggman Land from Unleashed. Aesthetically, it would be super good. Eggman Land's awesome. Eggman Land visually is the best final stage in a Sonic game. Gameplay-wise, I don't think it is. I think it's pretty irritating. It's better on Series X because it doesn't have load times whenever you change forms, but it's a good final level. I do like it. Let's catch like 2 more fish. Because I want to get to like 600 coins and just like buy out all the memory tokens and probably level Sonic up a whole bunch. Look how involved this is. So I do this, and then I do this, and then I won. I caught. I was the worst fish. I mean, it's still like 8 tokens, I think, but that's just because they give you a shitload of tokens in this game, like in this island rather. This last chunk of the game, they load you up. And then I don't know what we're streaming next. So I do want to keep doing weekly streams, but I'm not sure what we're going to do after Frontiers. I've been doing this for like a month now. Would like a Silver spin-off game in the future. I think Silver would have potential for a good spin-off game, actually. I don't think Sonic spin-offs are going to happen anytime soon. I think they're still rebuilding the brand, personally. I think this game... Mania and this game are the two that are like they're gonna be the ones that are like the models going forward. I do think Silver would be a good fit for a spinoff though. Yeah, he's different. You know, he'd have the potential for a genuinely different kind of gameplay. So we're just gonna do a little bit of this. Let's do up to, I don't know, 200. I think we have enough coins to get 200. Do we? Because I want to level up power as well. Yeah, 200. Cool. Because we're good on Vault Keys. We beat the game, pretty much. We don't gotta worry about that anymore. I bet we can just level Sonic's strength up the whole way. This is good game design. What can I say? Okay, we used up all the tokens. I don't think we have to do any more farming. I think we can just finish the game. Which might sound like, oh, why are you doing it like that? Because I just want to finish the game. This island is really stingy with the memory tokens, I feel. Should the Phantom Ruby be explored in the games more? I would have said yes, but now that we haven't seen it again, I don't feel the same way. Right after Forces came out, when it was in Mania, it was in Forces, it was this thing tying the games together. I was like, yeah, I'm all about the Phantom Ruby. Not anymore. I don't give a shit about it anymore. I actually do want to go to the Hermit. Real quick. I didn't give a shit about defense. I just wanted to level up our strength. Are we max level? I want to be max level. Oh, we're not. I thought we would be. How many does it take to be max level? Jeez. Okay, whatever. We're pretty damn strong, so good enough for me. Hopefully that's enough memory tokens to finish the game. I do like the Phantom Ruby, though. I thought it was a cool plot mechanic in both games it was in, even though it was completely different in each one. It felt a little shoehorned in Mania,
There is a Chaos Emerald inside.
but only like in retrospect.
Your power is required to access it.
First, we gotta open that door.
I think it's just more Ikaruga, isn't it? Yeah. This last island is a little unambitious on a replay. I didn't feel it my first playthrough. I'm not as impressed this time around. I think I kind of get it. Because this is just Ikaruga. For like the last half of the game, we spend 2/3 of it playing Ikaruga. I think that's what shmup this is based on. And that's not a bad thing. It's fun. It's actually very well done. How do I feel about the Forces level conversion mod? I haven't played it. It looks cool though. I know which one it is. This is fun, but I can't read chat during it. This is not great from a streaming perspective. If you're like me, like I like thrive on audience engagement. It's my favorite part of streaming. It's just like talking to people who like kind of give a shit about my opinions on things for some reason. It's a very good time for me. Fuck, we might not pull this off. Nope, we failed. Cool. Do I like Eggman Nega? He's fine. I think he could have been a cooler villain if they like did something with him. Because he just kind of vibes. He's just like, I am Eggman Nega. I am from the future, alternate dimension something. And it's like, it's cool, I guess. I kind of wish he had like an actual backstory instead of just like, you know, whatever they felt like on that day, because he has two completely different, unrelated, incompatible backstories. So I don't love him, but I think he's alright. I don't know why they were like so big on making him a thing for a while. I liked his design. But I did think he was a little too inconsistent. Like, that was my main takeaway on him. I'm bad at this shit. Oh my god. Not looking forward to the end. We're gonna do it, though. Like, for the record, I have every intention of beating the final boss. I'm just gonna struggle real hard. Might this be the solution? Yeah, okay. That was an easy way to do it. I'd like to see Little Planet in 3D. Yes, bring back Little Planet. I'm all about Little Planet. Little Planet's cool. Sonic CD is cool. I think Sonic CD is more cool than it is fun, but I do think it's a cool game. And, yeah, I'm all for bringing back Little Planet, actually. That would be super swell. I don't really know how they would go about doing that necessarily, like from a lore perspective. I mean, you could set a game there, I guess. Or it could be just like a one-time, like you visit it in the course of an adventure.
Emerald number 6, here we come.
I think either way it would be pretty cool.
Earlier you said
I would love it.
0 chances of winning. You change your mind yet?
No. But
Just gonna throw out a
let's
thing.
not run a simulation on our
on my
present
Discord.
circumstances either.
Ah, yeah. So you're saying there maybe is a chance.
I am saying we are in a desperate situation. The threat we face is beyond imagination.
Okay.
If there's even a 1% chance I can turn that despair of yours into hope.
God, this dialogue's so fucking solid. It's good stuff. You would like to see Hypersonic come back? Oh, me too. Hypersonic's cool. I don't think it'll ever happen. Like, I mean, obviously it did happen in, like, the context of Sonic Origins, but that's, you know, it's because of Sonic Origins. It's a different beast. I think I actually overdid it with the memory tokens. I think we're pretty much done. Like, the game's about over. It's a good fight, though. The final boss fight for the first half of it, at least. The Supreme, I thought was really cool.
Sonic.
I know.
I mean, he just plopped out of that motherfucker. He didn't give a shit.
Oh, I found it for you.
Do I like Chip? Yeah, he's cool. He's a good character. The story in Unleashed is the best part of the game for me, actually, funnily enough. It's awesome.
Don't you dare lose it.
But Chip was a great character. He had good development. I thought he was really annoying when I was like a child playing the game. But no, I like him. He's cool. So we're coming up at this is the end of the game. And it's gonna kick the shit out of me. Not Supreme. Supreme's not so bad. Pretty good fight. Oh yeah. I like the music. We like whatever the fuck the song is called. I'm Here, I think it's called. I don't know. It's the chorus. It's good as hell is all that matters. I listen to it a lot. Supreme's a good fight. It actually did take me a little bit to figure out what you were supposed to do when I first played this. I didn't think it was a super intuitive fight necessarily, but it's fun. Oh, he fucking got my ass. God, this shit's cool though. And I'm gonna try and get the Psy-Loop on him. Like, this shit's fun. This is a good-ass fight. Even though this is the same that you have against Giganto, which is a little lame. I love this rendition of the song, too. Look, we can drift to Supersonic. Okay, it's not letting me, because it thinks I'm in combat. Okay. Which, I mean, I am, kind of. It really wants you to destroy those, but you don't have to. But like Sonic will home around, it's really inconvenient. Like, I do like this fight, but it's a little bit inconsistent with like how Sonic reacts to things. Fuck yeah, dude. We do one of those. We do that. Oh, fuck him up. That wasn't an efficient use of that move at all, but like he's at half health, and I just wanted to show it off. Have I played Sonic the Fighters? Yeah, I did a video on it, sort of. I did a video on all the Sonic arcade games up to, like, through the 90s and stuff. And, it's in there. Although, the Mega Play versions of Sonic 1 and 2 weren't available yet, and I regret not including them. I might do an updated version of that video in the future, but... because there's other Sonic arcade games that have come out since. But it was, like, Sonic the Fighters and... the main points of the video were Sonic the Fighters and... Sega Sonic. Which is not a game I like very much, but it is cool. This shit's annoying. Let me just kill things. There we go. I was parrying that. It just didn't want to work. Okay, I don't know why Sonic just... it just didn't. The end just... or Supreme missed. Oh yeah, now it's hit me with the fucking thing. Do I think Sonic should have blood? I mean, I'm sure he does inside his veins. If you mean, like, should the games have blood? That'd be pretty edgy. I don't know about that. It seems unnecessary. Like, I think the Sonic games need to be approachable for kids. So, no, I'm not a fan of anything that gets this game a higher rating than it needs. God, this shit's so cool. Supreme's a pretty good fight, you know. It's not bad. It's not that bad. Give him everything. Boom. Boom. You really want to fuck him up? You give him one of these. Oh, fuck. That just annihilates him. God, this is so satisfying. This is a good final boss fight. Except it's not the final boss fight. And the final boss fight's not as good. But it's okay. But no, I assume Sonic has blood, you know, in his veins. But I don't think it should be shown in the games. I think that would be too edgy. Spin slash. Oh, it's so cool. I just want to do a cool finisher on him. Would I like the Sonic Rush series ported to the Switch? It'd be tough because of the screen switching. I feel like you'd have to like basically do a full-fledged new build of the game that tracks the camera across the vertical plane instead. But yeah, Sonic Rush is good. Both games are good. All three of them if you count colors. They're fun games. I would fully support that. This is the part where I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me. It's hard. I'm bad at it. So if you play the game on normal mode, this is where it ends, essentially. There's a quick time event, and that's it. But we're on hard mode. Which means we get a genre shift. And I get this shit kicked out of me. Because I'm really, really bad at it. Love it. Comedy gold.
What it did was chase it out of its shell. It's retreating into space to regain its true form. Even Supersonic won't be able to stop it. I know what I must do. I must leave you.
I understand. Go. Fulfill your function.
God, that line delivery is solid, dude. Mike Pollock in this game. Just. There's killing it, and then there's fucking eviscerating it. That's Mike Pollock in this game. Like, goddamn, dude. What are some obscure Sonic games you know?
Where it regains its
I don't know. Like,
Ladies first.
Waku Waku Sonic Patrol Car. I don't think there's a Sonic game I don't know about. And that makes it kind of tough to answer the question. I have pretty much all of them in North America, so it's like, what do you count as obscure? Do you think Triple Trouble's obscure? Because I kind of don't. Do you think, like, Waku Waku Sonic Patrol Car and, you know, Sega Sonic Galaxy Fighter, whatever the fuck that one was called, you know, that one's weird, like the space shooter game. Moon! Eggman's gotta take a leak on you know what I'm
He
saying?
took your home world. He took your lives. Are you going to let him do it all over again? I need your help. We can end this. Please.
God, that's cool. Alright. But no, I mean, the Sonic games are all, in my opinion, pretty well known. I don't think it's a series that has any, like, truly obscure, like, what the fuck is that kind of games anymore? Just because it's got such a dedicated fan base. But, like, you know, Chaotix is pretty obscure because it's never been re-released. It's important because it introduced the Chaotix, but it's not super well known. It's also bad, so there's that. I don't like Knuckles Chaotix at all. I did a video on it, and I don't like it. I kind of want to redo that video in the future, but, like, that's years down the line kind of deal. Like, if I ever got, like, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, or even tens of thousands, I'd probably re-review some of the games with a different perspective. I mean, if you count Tails Sky Patrol as obscure, then, like, sure. I actually don't own that game because it's only ever been released I mean, I own it, like, through Gems Collection, I guess, and, like, Sonic Adventure DX. But that game's never been re-released. I do own Tails Adventure, though, which is, like, one of the more expensive and sought-after Game Gear games. Like, not just by Sonic standards, just in general. That game's like $100-something. It's really fucking expensive. And it's good. I like Tails Adventure a lot. I don't know where my Game Gear went, but it's broken, so I can't play on it. I do want to do a video on both of the Tails games, but I want to buy them in, like, their original forms first. I'll probably just record them off Sonic Adventure DX, because that actually has shockingly decent scaling. The aspect ratio is wrong, but I can adjust that in OBS. Like, if it bothers me. So yeah, I don't know. I'd say the Tales games are pretty cool though. Actually, I like both of them. Sky Patrol's not like I beat it years ago. Like I don't know if I could still even finish it. It's really not difficult, but it can be kind of bullshit. I suck at this fight. This is so stressful. But I know it's not just me. I saw enough. I watched coverage of the game to make sure it wasn't just me when it came out. I was peeping the streamers and the Let's Plays. It was everyone. This shit's fun though. Like I'm having a good time. It's just when I have to do it like 18 times, which will happen. Then I get real nervous. Damn it. This is where I start really not liking this fight. Like, it's not hard until the end. And once I start fucking up, like, I'm gonna die. Because eventually you can't damage it anymore, it's all automated, right? And that's pretty much where we're at, I think. Where it just becomes dodge the laser barrages. And, like, I just constantly fire for the sake of, like, immunity to bullets. Like, you kind of have to constantly fire so you don't just die. Yeah, I'm not a shmup guy, though. So this shit's not... Yep, that's it. Should Shadow have a prequel game? I don't think so. Because he didn't really do anything. He just kind of hung out on the arc. And I guess there were aliens and shit. Like, this stuff happened. But it kind of... I think everything interesting in Shadow's life kind of got covered. I'd read a prequel comic about him and Maria just vibing. Like, that would be cute. I don't think a prequel game would be very interesting. God, the dialogue is at least cool as shit. I love the stuff the end says. And it controls real nice. Like, this is it feels good to play, at least. Oh, I was reading chat and I died. Where the series should have gone in Shadow's day. I think Shadow's at his best in Adventure 2, but I don't hate that they brought him back. I hate his solo game. I think Shadow the Hedgehog's a terrible video game. Not a terrible video game. I think it's a really bad Sonic game. I think it's a below average platformer in like a general sense. But like my general impressions of Shadow the Hedgehog as a game have always been negative. Like even when I was a kid and it came out and I was fucking excited for that game because as far as I was concerned it was just another Sonic game. And it was more Sonic Adventure gameplay, but I thought it was pretty poorly done back then, and I didn't love the mission structure, and now as an adult, I like it less. I know there are plenty of people who do like that game, and I respect that. I mean, I admire it for trying something different. I just think it was a misguided attempt. God, this dialogue is so fucking cool. Like, the end is really cool, except there's no build-up. That's my only issue with the end as a character. And I like the boss fight fine. Like, it's satisfying when you finally pull it off and the music's really good and blah, blah, blah. Any characters I think should be killed permanently? Like, I wouldn't bring back Mephiles. I wouldn't bring back Chaos. I wouldn't bring back, like, I guess Gerald Robotnik if you want to say something really weird. Generally, though, I'm pretty ambivalent. As long as there's a decent story reason. Like, I'd probably keep Chip dead. Because I think Chip's death is, like, one of the best parts of him. Like, death, quote-unquote, sort of ascends back into godhood. I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't bring back Chip. Because I liked all of that stuff. I thought everything with Chip was really good. But that's about it. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of characters that, like, oh, they died and they should stay dead forever. Like, I mean, I still think if Shadow had stayed dead, it would have made Adventure 2 more impactful for, you know, very obvious reasons. But I like Shadow. I like having him around. Okay, now we're at the part that's gonna fucking kill me. Really bad. Like, it's not so hard until the very end of the end. But if you count Chip's ending as a death, which you could, he's written out of the lore, essentially. He ascends back into his godly, divine role. You know, he gets his memories back, and the persona that is Chip fades. Doesn't fade, he's still Chip, he still remembers everything. But he's like Gaia from that point on, you know? I'd probably, you know, leave him the same. I wouldn't change a thing about Chip's finale. That's probably the only notable example I've got, though, honestly. Like, there isn't a whole lot else I would change in terms of, like, characters and what their current roles in the series. Oh shit, we did it. Wow, that took a lot less time than I expected. Holy shit. I'm gonna pay attention to this, because if I fucked up the QuickTime event, I will be actually devastated. This shit's cool. Do I think Sonic should keep souvenirs like Chip's bracelet and they should show up in Sonic's model? I think as optional cosmetic, sure. I think otherwise it's a little bit of, like, lore that's maybe tough for people getting into the series. But that would be fucking cool. Like, if he still had Chip's bracelet, I'd be happy with it. You know, if they, like, showed it on a shelf, or if he still had the storybooks from the storybook games, you know. His Arthurian book and his, copy of Arabian Nights. I'd be really into that more than anything. I can't believe we did that in 2 tries. Like, what? Bear in mind, this is the second time I ever did this fight, and the first time took me, like, 40 minutes or something. It was forever. That was fun. That made me happy. That was really satisfying. I guess the muscle memory is just still there. What should the next storybook game be? First time fighting is always a pain. I thought for sure this was going to take me like an hour. Like, I was afraid if I was going to be able to finish the stream by like 10:30 or whatever. But yeah, totally. That wasn't so bad. Only downside is we don't get to listen to Vandalize, but I feel like I'd have to mute that because I feel like that would get me a copyright claim. So maybe it's for the best. But what should the next storybook game be? I think Greek mythology could be cool. I think Arthurian Legends is the coolest option they had, and I think the fact that they used it is good. And Arabian Nights is another great option. I think Greek myths might be cool just for the aesthetics, but it would also be a little bit limiting. Yeah, you're sure that's definitely claimable? Yeah, I deadass probably would have muted the audio if Vandalize came on, which sucks because I want to fuck the pain away with my bed in ruins. I guess in this version, what, fight the pain away? I don't know. I would like Japanese lore. Yeah, that would be really cool, actually. If they brought back the storybook series, which will never ever happen because Secret Rings is looked back upon as awful because it's awful, and Black Knight got terrible reception even though it's pretty good. That one's depressing to me. I want to do a video on Black Knight this year. Anyway. I think maybe mythology in general. Just do like the old myths, you know? You could do the Greeks and the Romans and the Egyptians and the Viking, like Norse stuff. You could just sort of do a pantheon kind of vibe. That would be really cool. I would like to see pirates. You know, they did pirates somewhat in Secret Rings, but storybook, yeah, that'd be cool. Pirates would be a good aesthetic. They did do it very well in Secret Rings. Aesthetically, Secret Rings is a 10 out of 10. I think it has it might have the coolest environments in the Sonic franchise. Like, I adore that game until I actually have to like pick up a Wii remote and play it. And you got that beautiful mix of terrible controls, and even when you upgrade the controls, which is a travesty of a concept, still feels bad. So you got these bad controls with these fucking terrible level designs. The set pieces are brilliant, but the actual level design is just straight lines. It's like forces times 5. And the worst mission structure in any Sonic game. I mean, abysmal pacing. If you want my thoughts on Secret Rings, I did a video on it a couple years ago, and I stand by it 100%. That was the hardest video I ever had to make, not in terms of the script or the edit or any of that, but I just really didn't want to finish the game. Like, it was tough. 1800s England. Oh, yeah, dude. Steampunk Sonic? Like, I would go sort of steampunk. So I'd have that Victorian England setting with, you know, technology. I think a steampunk Sonic would be cool. And you might just mean straight Victorian England. That would be good. But as far as I'm concerned, nah, throw that shit in with some cool ass like steamy tech. Steampunk is pretty much just the base aesthetic in general. It's peak. It's good. I like it. I'd be a big fan of that. This game's good as fuck. That's my second complete playthrough, but basically third, because I recorded a lot of it for a video that's upcoming. It's a video that's gonna, like, there's a lot of recording involved, so I've been, like, picking at it. I don't expect that to be until, like, summer. But, this was fucking fun. This game's still so good. 1998 American Godzilla approves. He's like, it's alright. See? He liked it. Zilla liked it. But everyone hates Zilla except for, like, me, so it's fine. He's pretty cool. What do you think Blaze's Soul Dimension looked like? It looks like Sonic's Dimension, but the sky is green. And there's pirates. That's what it looks like. Yeah! Undefeatable, baby. Breakthrough it, doll. Oh, yeah. We applaud the soundtrack. Top tier shit. I don't know about Dear Father. That's just a little bit cringy. I like One Way Dream, though. And Vandalize! That's my favorite one! I jam out to that shit. Like, I'm always fucking pain away in my car, except not really. Like, not in an actual sense. But, like, I sing the song and scream it angrily while I'm, like, speeding slightly, and then I slow down because I'm afraid of getting a ticket. That kind of vibe. But no, the Soul Dimension's just got, it's green sky. I don't know. They showed it in Sonic Rush Adventure. Had mushrooms in it. It's pretty cool. I need to review the Rush games at some point. God, when I do Sin Mania, is gonna be fucking all over me, dude. He's gonna be like, don't criticize them, and I'm gonna be like, but they have flaws, and then he'll like find me and kill me. It'll be great. When I do that, I'll use this. What I want to do a video on are these Sonic storybooks I own from the 90s. Like Sonic the Hedgehog Friend or Foe by Michael Teitelbaum. Just because the art's real weird. It's goofy. Like, look at him. You can't really see very well because of the lighting. Because I have that ring light and it's going to blow out. The white balance is going to be off. I don't know how to go about recording this. But these are based on SatAM. But they have AOSTH Eggman. And the tone is very AOSTH. But they're based on SatAM. And they're very good. What would I call the next Sonic Riders game? I would call it Sonic Ridden. Because he's riding around on things in the past tense. I would not actually call it that. I don't know. I'm not one for titling things. I think it'd be cool. I just hope they do that in general.
I wonder if cream and sticks.
I'm looking at all my Sonic children's books. This is not all of them. Some of them are missing.
Back to my island.
I don't know my Sonic Extreme one is. I like this one because it looks like Knuckles died. Let me see if I can block the light a little bit. Yeah. It looks like Knuckles died and Sonic's admiring his soul through the emerald. It's just cool. Should it have PvP? What, a new Riders game? I mean, how else is it gonna work? You want multiplayer? Yeah. Good shit. This controller's good as fuck. This is a Razer like Elite controller for Xbox Series X and stuff. I use the stock Xbox One or Xbox Series controller for my Xbox, but for PC, this is my main controller. And just listen to the buttons. Oh yeah, it's good shit, dude. Why don't I use it for my Xbox? Because it's wired. And I move around a lot when I'm gaming. Like, this corner that I'm playing in, this is like where, if you ever watch my videos and you see like my PC in the background, that's my streaming setup as well as my editing setup, as well as like my, like, everything set up. It's my computer. Because I have 2 TVs and 2 monitors, but the second TV is also my 3rd monitor, and it's a whole thing. It's great. This game's so good. But I don't want to end the stream yet because I want to see the final Eggman thing. I got this for free, and I want to use it to display stuff in my videos. It's a Sonic controller, buddy. God, the white balance is not great with this webcam and this lighting for things like that, but I look great. I got this webcam. No, the webcam is just my old webcam. It's like a Logitech something 1080p, like normal webcam. But the ring light was $3, and it's a tiny little one. Like, you couldn't light, like, I wouldn't use it for like videos, but I already have a real ring light for that. I have like a 14-inch real one for lighting me. Do I like Rouge's design in Prime? Yeah, she looks all right. Better than like her Hero's design or her Rider's design. I don't know if I like it more than her standard design, but I could just be biased because like I played a lot of Adventure 2 as a kid, so it's like pretty standard to me. Trying to adjust this without causing a ton of fucking noise. Okay. The shock mount's pretty good about like getting rid of noise, but like there's still some, right? But it gets rid of a lot of the handling noise, and there's not a lot of handling noise on this mic anyway, but you know. You know. I could do a whole video on my setup. The problem is I have less than 1,000 subscribers and nobody would watch it. But I'd love to, because I like my setup. I think it's really good. Music's pretty fucking solid, isn't it? What is my favorite Sonic voice? All media, Ben Schwartz. I just think he fucking kills it in the movies. Games only, as of this game, Roger Craig Smith. Prior to that, it might have still been Roger. It also could have been like Ryan Drummond. It could have been Jason Griffith. Griffith's performances in Unleashed and Black Knight probably would have clinched him as my favorite. Ryan Drummond, just, you know, he's my childhood Sonic, so a lot of bias. This game made it really easy. It's Roger. He's perfect. I'm getting his autograph in June at Too Many Games, and I'm real excited. It's gonna be cool as shit. I'm not sure what I'm getting signed. I have 2 steelbooks for this game, but I might get my normal case signed. It'll be a copy of Frontiers for sure. I just don't know. I have 2 steelbooks in a regular case. I don't know what I'll do. How do I feel about Jaleel White? He was perfect in the cartoons. I love that voice for the time. I don't think it's held up particularly well necessarily, but when it was the Sonic voice, it's held up great. I don't think it would fit any of the newer incarnations of the character. I think Sonic has evolved enough as a character that it no longer fits the mold. But the Sonic that we had at the time, the Sonic that is represented in SAT-AM and in AOSTH, it fits. And Underground, I guess, but that's just the same as SAT-AM, but he's, you know, annoying. But no, I like Jaleel White. Jaleel does a good Sonic. I would just no longer want him as Sonic. Why they special thanks NASA? I never noticed that. What the fuck? Is it because of the moon? They're like, thank you, NASA, for inspiring us to destroy an evil moon. I never knew. That's the weirdest special thanks. What the hell? I don't know what we're going to be streaming next. I do want to stream next week. Next Monday, probably. Maybe Wednesday. I don't know yet. Probably the moon and the planet stuff used. Yeah, I'm guessing they probably, like... the textures are probably sampled from NASA pictures. Do I think Sonic should have a love planet? I don't know what that means. I can't answer that question because I don't understand the concept. A love interest. He does. He has Amy. And I think their dynamic's perfect, and I wouldn't really change it. I personally think the Sonic characters have an appropriate amount of depth, and I wouldn't really change how they are right now. I think this game and the current IDW comics pretty much tonally nail how I like my Sonic. There's enough for me to chew on and be invested in while I'm engaging in it, but it's not the main focus. In the comics it is, obviously, but in the games, it's just there. This cutscene's good, though. Yeah.
That's my girl.
Good shit. I still don't know what the fuck zap means. I don't know what the zap was about. I don't know. I don't know how much... The Xbox doesn't track playtime, but I'm sure I put a ton of time into this. I want to do one of the Cyberspace Boys. See if there's any fun ones that I didn't do in the stream. I don't think we did Skyrail. Let's do Skyrail. There's very few that I actually would want to play, but this is one of them. I think the Adventure 2 levels are actually pretty good. And we're going to wrap up the stream. I just wanted to, like, show a couple of cyberspace levels that are halfway decent before we call it quits. Just because I'm not going to have any more Frontiers content coming for a... Well, no, that's not true. There's a Frontiers-related video coming up, but it's not about Frontiers explicitly. Frontiers is just a major part of it because it's about Supersonic, and his utilization in boss fights in the 3D and 2D games. That symbol, I still don't know what its meaning or what's supposed to be, but the ending of the whole, that he not only got Sage back, but now has access to the Ancient's tech. I think that you're correct. I think that's the idea, but, like, they didn't explain what it means, so it's not very helpful. I mean, I'm all for it. It's cool. They set up a lot of fun stuff they could do. It's just a matter of, like, will they? And, you know, it just depends on what they want Flynn to get away with. Because if they're like, yo, dude, actually, the next game's a clean slate. Like, I'm sure they'll bring back Sage. She's coming back. She's going to be the new... I don't think she'll be the new Orbot and Cubot necessarily. I think she'll exist alongside them. And that's fantastic because Orbot and Cubot are top tier. No, Sonic, don't go that way. What the fuck are you doing? Would I ever bring Sally into the games? No, that would be really confusing. I mean, she's already in the game. She's in Spinball. So, yeah, no. Got him. But nah. I like Sally fine in Sat AM and in Archie, but I don't think she's necessary. I think her role is fulfilled by other characters, like, well enough. It's certainly not explained well, but when the Sage talks about cyberspace being... Oh my god, I stopped. I thought he would just keep going. I was holding him boost. No, yeah, you're not wrong. I guess there's a good chance that they could bring back a lot of ancient stuff. God, we kicked the shit out of the S-rank time. I just only want to do, like, the good levels, and there aren't that many of them, so it should be pretty fucking easy. What's, like, left that isn't terrible? Oh, this one's fun. Because it's just the skateboard. Which actually controls really well. I missed the ramp, but this plays pretty good. I like the ramp, or the ramp. I like the skateboard in this game. It feels good. You can double jump? What? Okay, deadass did not know you could double jump with the skateboard. Never knew. 100% of this game never knew you could double jump with a skateboard. Okay. Oh, I think they have a lot of cool stuff they could do with Metal Sonic. I'm excited for that. Because Metal Sonic's already, like, the closest thing they have to, like, Eggman sees him as a kid thing. Which is, I think a lot of that's just people's headcanon based on that one, that one fucking short from Sonic Mania. But, the Christmas one. But even so, like, I love that idea. So if they do that right, that would be cool as hell. I would love if we got a CD style Metal Sonic boss fight in 3D. Yeah, I agree. That'd be cool as shit. I don't know why there aren't any racing bosses in the 3D Sonic games. Like, it seems like an obvious thing. Some of the shadow fights are kind of like similar in concept, I guess, but not really. It's so hard to see which ones of these are like actually decent. They updated it, but one of these used to have a mouse. This one had a mouse cursor on the screen, and it was funny. It was so funny. So I say I want to play the fun ones. There aren't very many. Interesting that Sage brought up Orbot and Cubot and never mentioned Metal Sonic. I'm sure she's aware of Metal Sonic and it just wasn't relevant. Because again, I think the Metal Sonic being almost like Eggman's kid thing is a little bit of people's headcanon. It's certainly mine too, like don't get me wrong. But other than Mania Adventures, I don't think there's a whole lot that really supports that in the games. I mean, shit, Metal Sonic betrays Eggman and takes over the Empire in fucking Sonic Heroes. So, you know, it doesn't really add up too well in terms of what the games present as canon. Okay, you can just stand on the tanks apparently. God, this level is actually pretty. Again, like stuff that works is like the adventure levels. They're fun. It could be like Generation, but turn up to 11 the shadows fight to be specific. Yeah, that's what I was picturing. I think the shadow fights are the closest it gets. But I think just a straight up obstacle course, get to the end first, would be quite fun if they did that. This level's terrible. I don't know why I picked it. The Generations levels feel bad. I'll probably leave Frontiers hooked up because I need to get footage of it for the review that I'm working on for hopefully next week after, sometime really soon. But I'm going to mention Frontiers in the script for sure. It's about 3D Blast. Like, it's not a secret video or anything. I'm working on a video about Sonic 3D Blast in its various forms. So, that's the video I'm using to come back into making content, quote-unquote, full-time. It's going to be like once a month, if that. But you know what I mean. Pseudo-frequent video creation. And I wanted something low stakes that'll probably get an okay amount of views, a couple hundred, hopefully. I think Boom played a big partnership in that father-son relationship between Metal and Eggman. Yeah, you're not wrong. I agree with that. That's probably true. God, my room gets so hot when I stream. My PC runs... It's not running hot. Like, I always check the temps because it gets so warm in here. But no, they're fine. It is warm in here when I stream, though. It's also probably partially the Xbox kicking off a lot of heat. It's very cold out, so when I open the window, it's going to be beautiful in here in a few minutes, but not quite yet. Is this an original level design? It feels like it. On account of the fact that it does... No, definitely not. This is that one shadow level. The one on the Golden Gate Bridge. What the fuck? Why don't I remember? This is the first shadow level in Adventure 2. What the fuck? Ah! Whatever. I thought Eggman... Radical Highway. Yeah, that's the level I was thinking of. It's based on Radical Highway. Yeah. Why couldn't I remember Radical Highway? I don't know what the fuck, man. Ah. That's wacky. I could play the real Radical Highway right now. Let's play the real Radical Highway real quick, just for point of comparison. I'm mad I forgot. But let's play the real one real quick, just for comparison's sake, to show how much better it plays in Adventure 2. Oh god, that's gonna be real loud, isn't it? Let's just turn that down a tiny bit, because Jesus Christ, Sonic Adventure 2. Gotta have a Radical Highway level in Sonic 3. I'm still pissed they didn't have a city escape sequence in Sonic 1. They make a movie set predominantly in San Francisco where Eggman drives around in a giant truck. And then you didn't base it on... And you didn't do a city escape scene. What the hell? Why? Every piece was there. Granted, gun wasn't canon yet. Whatever. Why the fuck did they not do that? Like, that's been bothering me since 2020 when the movie came out. It's ridiculous to me. This level's good as fuck. Radical Highway's fun. Shadow's levels aren't like that great with like a couple exceptions, but this one's good. Gotta wait for Shadow though, gotta go full circle. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I'm excited to see Shadow. I'm excited for Sonic 3 in general. I think it's gonna be good as fuck. And if it's not good as fuck, I'll be really disappointed because, like, why wouldn't it be, you know? Because the first, well, I like the first one a lot less after the second one. I just feel like it makes the first one a little redundant because the second one's like everything I wanted in a Sonic movie. And the first one's like some of what I kind of wanted to see in a Sonic movie-ish. Like, in the sense that Sonic was in a movie. And Sonic was great in that movie and Eggman was great in that movie, but I don't know. I hope it recreates the part where they do the pose. Oh, fuck yeah. I bet they will. That shit's iconic. It needs to have Crush 40. I didn't miss Crush 40 in the first two. I will in a movie that's very clearly... oh, wow. I missed the thing. In a movie that's so clearly, like, taking inspiration from the Dreamcast. What the fuck was Shadow doing? What did he homing attack? What the hell? Why did he homing attack? What the fuck? What is there a spring down? I've never taken the lower path in this stage. This is just another... What's down here? I want to see. Oh, it's a spring. Oh, it also takes you up here. Okay, well, that was cool. I assumed that had to do with the lower path, but no. Okay. Sonic Adventure games. Yeah, still learning. After how many years? After having these levels so committed to memory. You know, oh, Gold Beetle here. Go left. Lightspeed dash down. Do the trick. Jump over the thing. Yeah, like, I have this shit so memorized, and then it's still like, oh... But actually, occasionally, we're going to catch you a little by surprise. And I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't know there was extra path through the thing. God, this game is good. When it is. Sometimes it isn't very good. Like that. What the fuck was that? But when this game's bad, it's annoying. Like, I don't like the treasure hunting levels, but, No, Sonic 3 should recreate a lot. I should probably play, like, one more Frontiers level after this. Just for the sake of not ending the stream with Sonic Adventure fucking 2. Because it's so irrelevant to everything else. But, like, I played the Frontiers version of this level, and it's not as good as this version. Although this is a bad example because I fucked it up, and we're going to get, like, a C rank, and it's going to be really disappointing. When I play these games, like, off-stream, I'm, like, fucking killer at them because I just, like, autopilot it. But then, like, you're on stream, you're, like, trying to check chat, you're, like, looking around, you're, like, also trying to impress. And it's, like, C rank, probably. Like, it sucks. C. Never mind. The standards are really low. This game's okay. It's fine. Hogwarts Legacy. It's not really worth hating trans people over. You know what I mean? Like, I got it used because I couldn't sanction J.K. Rowling's tomfoolery, and I'm like, I could have waited for a sale. It was fine. It's fine. It's okay. I wouldn't recommend it, like, for full price, but it's not terrible. I'm trying to find, like, a real good level to, like, end on. Let's just do City Escape again, because that level's fun to, like, blister through. And then I'm going to call it a night, because it's really hot in here. I mean, it makes sense. I got lights shining on me. I've got a PC running all AMD, which is already its own issue, you know, when it comes to heat. That was fun. I love the homing boost thing is so goddamn satisfying to do. I do believe the claim that they noticed and didn't remove it, but if anyone ever tries to claim it was intentional, I'll call bullshit. It doesn't feel intentional when you play the game. Going to continue playing that, but then Engine came out. Yeah, well, you gotta like a dragon, that dragon like a dragon. You know what I'm saying? I still think Yakuza is a cooler name. Yakuza. Yuguzuguzu. Yu-Gi-Oh! But like a dragon's a good name. It's just not as cool. I'm gonna go to bed soon, so I'm gonna shut the stream. I don't know what we're streaming next week.
I'm open to fucking suggestions because I don't know what the hell to play. But weekly streams are still going to be a thing. I'm committing to that, damn it. Thinking maybe Mario Sunshine. That'd be fun. I have that new GameCube controller I haven't really gotten to test out yet. The Retro Fighters one. We'll see. I don't know yet. I'm going to go. Night, people who are still watching, but mostly probably just Dave.